Plus, you also get 4% APY on your cash and non-retirement accounts. That's over 8 times the national savings average. The perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% IRA boost on annual contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. Rates subject to change. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold at $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Over 8 times the national average savings account interest rate claim is based on data from the FDIC as of November 18th, 2024. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
ESPN 710, Los Angeles Sports.
And it is the biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland is on for your Wednesday afternoon.
Mason, Ireland, best show on the radio.
Here we go, Wednesday, the 2nd of April. No April Fool's Day today, sucker. Momo is sitting in for Mason. Remember, Momo, it's your game today. Plus, remember, Lie of the Day for your chance to win those Austin Reeves signed shoes from our friends at Rigor.com. Dodgers win last night without torpedo bats, we think, and beat those stinking Atlanta Braves 7-0. Maybe we'll get Greg Bergman in here to do an afternoon version of the Blue Review with Bergman and friends with Ireland and Momo. Lakers tomorrow night, we'll talk about it, plus fun and frivolity for all.
That one day I will be in the PTA. That I will
Parent
be
Teachers Association.
Room mom for Jacob's school. Okay. I'm the room mom. I send emails every week.
Okay.
And
are there any famous kids in that class? Or is Jacob the most famous kid?
Jacob's the most famous.
Love it.
Let's get to it, the Wednesday afternoon edition of Mason and Ireland with Momo right now.
Bah! Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Gang's all here, well, except for Mace. He's on one of his many jaunts across the world.
And like Kawhi Leonard, he's not even sitting on the bench.
Right.
When he's out.
Yeah. He's out. He's out of sight, out of mind. But a lot to get to. Chris covered a lot of it. Remember, Lie of the Day today. It's my lie.
Oh, I like it when you lie.
At some point, I'm going to lie. And Momo lied yesterday. If you can figure out the lie, you get a $50 gift certificate to Rigor.com, and you're entered to win a pair of signed Austin Reeves shoes, which we're going to give away on Friday. But in the meantime, so Travis was going over some of those numbers with just how good the Dodgers are. There have been some unbelievable Dodger teams, and of course they've won 7 World Series since they've been in LA. So this, I don't say this lightly. One year when Joe Torre was managing and they brought Manny Ramirez, they went on like a 52-9 run.
I remember that, yeah.
Some insane thing like that. This feels different.
Yeah.
This feels like they are the Death Star in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Which is maybe a bad analogy because it gets blown up at the end. But they look like...
No, they're the Yankees. The Dodgers have become the old Yankees.
They look like they're not even considering losing. I mean, it's I don't know how they're doing it, but they're 7-0. No L.A. Dodger team has ever started a season 7-0. In 1955 in Brooklyn, they started 10-0, then went on to win the World Series. 1940 in Brooklyn, they were 9-0 before their first loss. And like Travis mentioned, they're going to Philly to play the second-best team in the National League in their building. If they sweep this series, all bets are off.
Yeah.
There's got to be a loss this weekend, right?
Not necessarily. I mean, when you get rolling, you're rolling. And it just becomes this expectation. The reason why I think they're winning so much is because they're not dependent on one star. They're not. It's not like, the one game that was close, Mookie saved them. They probably should have lost that game. You know, Mookie hit the 2 home runs. You know, and they were down in the 9th, and then they tied it, and they had I think they went down again in the 10th with the runner on second on that game. But that's the only game that's been close. Everything else is everyone contributing. Everyone seems to be hot. They're playing station to station baseball. It's not just about the home runs.
And they don't make a lot of mistakes. Yeah. Mookie had the first error last night. Our friend Bill Plunkett did a story with Mookie this week about how so many people are doubting whether or not he can play shortstop because it's hard. It's the hardest position on the field. And Mookie told Bill something interesting. He said, well, the only reason they're all wondering if I can do it is because no one's ever done it before. Nobody has ever gone from a outfield, less defensive position, one that's easier, to make it harder on themselves. But he's exactly the type of person who can do it. and they're really fun to watch. They become appointment television.
Yep.
I had them on last night while I was writing that email to you guys, and then I flipped over to that Nuggets game, which was insane.
Oh, my God.
But I just think these Dodgers are different. And I'm the one who made the bet that I took the field over the Dodgers repeating because nobody's repeated for 25 years. I'm ready to throw up a white flag on that right now. The one team that I want to see when they play each other is the Padres, because the Padres aren't scared by the Dodgers, and they're 6-0. So let's see how that looks. But other than that, I don't see anybody else tripping them up. Do you?
I just worry about sometimes the diffusion of responsibility, right? So when you're not dependent on one star, there's this expectation everyone is going to hit. And there's times when you just don't get enough hitting. There's times when, this rotation. But
last night they weren't hitting. They didn't hit for the first 5 innings, and then they just, one big inning and they win.
Yeah. And then there's also, you have like a few players who, like pitching wise, they don't have like a horse. There's not one knockout pitcher. They have 3 of them. But when nobody's empowered to be that guy, I felt like last year during the playoffs, people emerged, right? As a closer, as a starter, people emerged. At some point, you have to clarify. You can't just have everybody contribute. You have to have stars.
So if the over-under is at 103 or 104, last time they'll put a 0.5 in there. So let's say it's 104.5. Okay. Over or under?
I still am in that. I
would take the under, but I would be in the minority. Brian, you take way
still
over, right?
I think they're going to go.
think they're going to beat the record. I'm hammering this home all year.
Well,
until
you married
it gets
yourself
close.
to it, Laura. 104.5, over or under?
Over.
Yeah, so you and I are under. They're both over.
I'm kind of under. I thought it would be right around 104. If they get to 106, 107, I wouldn't be surprised, but I don't think it goes much higher than that. It's just baseball.
Okay, coming up, they're crazy. And now they're going to Philly, and let's see what happens.
Yeah.
All right, coming up next, somebody asked me to explain J.J. Redick, and they said, "Is he arrogant?"
Okay.
And I said, "He's confident, bordering on arrogant."
Right. In a way, I would say in a way.
Here's the weird combination.
Yeah.
He's open-minded.
Right.
Most arrogant people, you can't tell them anything.
Right.
JJ, he comes across as super confident, very self-assured.
Yes.
But if you say something, or I've seen somebody in the staff say something to him, maybe we should try this, he'll go,
yeah.
Huh, that's good. And he showed a very human side of himself. Yesterday, Dan Woike from the LA Times went back to the Palisades where his house burned down. And I'm going to play JJ's reaction to that coming up next. And I think you'll see him in a different light. And I'll also tell you about that game last night. The Lakers did not play, but they had a very good night.
Yeah, they did.
I'll explain what that means coming up. Momo and Mace. I'm John Ireland, ESPN LA.
It's the ultimate wrestling experience and your chance to win tickets to WrestleMania. 2 chances to win. Go to ESPNLA.com right now and register to be there Monday afternoon with O'Shea Jackson Jr., Cappy, producer Lindsay Baseball, and me at Hollywood Park Casino, broadcasting live from 3 to 6 p.m. Double your chances to win WrestleMania tickets in Vegas. Just go to ESPNLA.com right now and click the ultimate wrestling experience, sucker. Bang!
At Hyundai, we make a big deal about the little things, like the little fact that 9 Hyundai vehicles have earned IIHS Top Safety Picks this year, and offering a little thing called America's Best Warranty, because delivering safety and quality, pretty big deal. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer today. Hyundai, there's joy in every journey.
Test drive a new Hyundai today at your local Hyundai dealer, where every Hyundai comes standard with America's Best Warranty, plus 3 years or 36,000 miles of complimentary maintenance. Visit buyhyundai.com to find the dealer nearest you. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Thanks for calling Discover. This is Nia.
Hi, Nia. It's Jennifer. Did you know that Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, I work here.
Okay. I was just double checking. Get it?
Because Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, you get me, Nia.
You could say that I double get you.
I guess we've taken it too far.
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppables bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. With Downy Unstoppable, you just toss, wash, wow, for all-day freshness.
Have you heard the refinancing rule of thumb that says you have to drop your rate at least 0.5% to refi because it'll take several years of savings to recoup the closing costs for a refi? Well, Loan Exchange says the rule is nonsense. With a Loan Exchange free closer, you can lower your rate without paying any cost whatsoever. That's right, lower your rate with no cost and your balance doesn't go up. You start saving on the first day you have the loan and every day thereafter. If you decide to move next year or rates drop further, you can exchange that loan for another without losing $1 that was tied up in closing costs. Today's 30-year fixed-free closer rate in APR is 5.99%. So if your current mortgage rate is higher than 5.99%, give the Loan Exchange a call at 855-752-9944 or log on to theloanexchange.com. It won't cost you a thing. NMLS 1637539. Loan subject to credit approval. See website for licensing information, loan terms and conditions. Equal housing lender. Call 855-752-9944 or visit theloanexchange.com.
You're checking out the Waba Grill Lunch Hour here on Mason and Ireland. Sup, people? Why do they grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Their Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins, fresh steamed vegetables, and signature sauces. Download the Waba Rewards app today or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you. Just like Mason and Ireland are for you.
Tell me if I'm weird here. Don't answer that question.
You're weird.
I knew that was coming.
The Waba Grill Lunch Hour rolls on right now.
All right, Mason and Ireland. Momo's in for Mace. We talked about the Dodgers. They're rolling. The Lakers have been playing well. They've won 2 games in a row after that heartbreak in Chicago. The Warriors are even better than the Lakers.
Yeah.
They're 18-2 since with Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry in the lineup since they made the trade. So plenty of that to talk about. But first, I mentioned J.J. Redick. So J.J. is kind of hard to explain. I don't know him well. I talk to all the assistants a lot more than I talk to him.
Okay.
But he talks to like the beat writers and Trudell and all those guys on a fairly regular basis. And so the question we get a lot from being around him is what's he like? He comes across as kind of arrogant. And I don't think arrogant's the right word, even though it's not necessarily the wrong word. I think he does have that bravado to him. But like I said, he's arrogant but open-minded, which is a weird combination for a person. Think of like the most arrogant person you know. I'm guessing that person, you can't tell them anything. You know, they think they know it all.
So here's my relationship with JJ. He is a really, really smart guy. And I feel like if you're going to go talk to him, you better come correct. You better come prepared. You better show that you have done your homework before you walk into that room, because he will give you 5 minutes of his time. But if you're not prepared,
doesn't like to waste it.
Right. Yeah. And I it can be intimidating is more of a word I would think of. Yeah. Because so many people go into these meetings or whatever, like, I'm going to wing it.
Right.
I'm going to do a personality charm.
If you appear in his press scrum and ask a dumb question, he'll just reject it.
Yeah, or
he'll give you like a 3-word answer. They'll say like, "Did you guys run enough screens for Luka tonight?" And he'll look at you and go, "We run tons of screens for Luka every game."
Yeah.
Next question. You know, like you got to be more specific.
You got to come correct. Yeah. And I
just got a prison call.
Good thing to raise the standards. I just think I would say that's a breath of fresh air, because there are so many dumb questions in press conferences. Like, people just come in there and they just talk to hear themselves talk.
I used to joke with Scott Brooks, who I know pretty well, when he was a head coach in Oklahoma City and in Washington, and I say, the reason you guys get paid the big bucks is you got to put up with all the stupid questions.
Oh my God! I mean, I can't even tell you how many times I'm in there and I'm like, I'm embarrassed for you that you said it like that.
Or like somebody's in from a foreign country, and it's weird. But anyway,
but there's also something to be said, John. About this is the arrogant thing. Okay, when you ask a dumb question, you could just be nice about it.
Right.
You could just say,
he's not that guy.
Yeah, he's not that guy. That's what I mean.
So, like, I know most people don't like her. I like Kim Mulkey.
Oh, I love Kim Mulkey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Most people don't. There's a little backstory to it. My first job was in Monroe, Louisiana, and she was an assistant coach at Louisiana Tech, and she was nice to me.
Yeah.
And so, but she's very self-assured. She doesn't suffer fools.
Yeah.
She doesn't let you make fun of her people. if you're trying to be
Yeah,
cute,
super loyal.
And so this week she's catching a bunch of grief because somebody said, some reporter came to her and said, "Hey, you went out in the final 8, so the season's kind of a failure." And Kim goes, "How many Final Fours have you been to?"
Yeah.
And the guy goes, "Well, none."
Yeah.
And he goes, and she says, "So you think the season's a disaster that we made it to the final 8?" And the guy goes, "Yeah." She goes, "It's not." And everybody says, "Well, why is she showing up, that reporter?" Because that's her.
Yeah, and also because that's a stupid way to ask that question.
Right. So, but I wanted to show this. Dan Woike is a really good writer for the LA Times. I've known Dan for a long time. Went back to the Palisades with JJ where his house burned down.
Okay.
With a camera. And he goes, "I just want to get your thoughts on everything that's happening." Brian, this runs about a minute, right? But this is the other side of JJ Redick, the side that has 2 little kids and is married to someone with a twin sister, and he's close with both girls. And he gave, Lindsay, who's one of our assistant coaches,
Lindsay Harding,
a female who promoted her to the bench so she can have a chance to be a coach one day. Listen to how emotional JJ gets, where he's trying to explain what he's feeling.
The personal loss is one thing, and that's hard, but it's the loss of like an entire community. That's like the hardest part to process. And I've talked with the mayor about this as well. Like part of the urgency to start this and get it going, and her like agreeing to fast track everything is like there needs to be like some level of like optimism and hope.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. And again, I've talked to you, like I mentioned, like what I think the rec center like represents to the community, and what it certainly, I'm hopeful that, we can get this done.
Yeah.
In a timely fashion and have people back. We're in it for the long haul. I would love to be the Lakers coach for the next 15 to 20 years. If I'm not the Lakers coach, like I'm in it for the long haul in LA. Like this for me is like, it's important to me.
See, that guy's not an a-hole.
Yeah.
I know some people think JJ comes across arrogant and has a little of that in him. That's him. I mean, he's like, he had trouble speaking through that, and he's going to be fine. He was renting a house. No one in his family got hurt. The material loss doesn't mean much to him. What it means is it crippled the town.
Yeah.
And that the people in the town are devastated. He has empathy for others. And I think the reason he's working as a coach, and I think this plays to his strength rather than away from it, is that he wasn't an all-star player.
Yeah.
He was, like you heard him say all that stuff the other day about role players and how, and this is one of his staples he goes to, role players on bad teams are unhappy with their role.
Right.
Role players on good teams accept their roles. Role players like Dorian Finney-Smith and Gabe Vincent embrace their roles.
Yeah.
They look at the board and go, "Oh, you're doubling LeBron and Luka and Austin? I'm going to be wide open all night." And they're ready and they're in position. And when they get the ball, they each make 6 threes. And that's how you win a game when your offense and your big 3 aren't on that night.
Yeah.
So they've got the right guy. My worry with JJ is, I don't know well enough to have this conversation with him, maybe you do, is after we lost a couple of games, I could see it weared on him. Like, when he was a player, he had to get through a lot of losses and a lot of wins and stuff like that. But when you're in charge, when you're the coach, and you spend all that time and you game plan and you lose anyway, I wonder if he can realize that this is a marathon and not a sprint. But I think he played so long in the NBA that he's got to have that club in his bag, doesn't he?
Yeah, he gets it. And I think that, I agree with you on that. That's going to be the challenge for him. Because he clearly connects with the guys and he expects a certain standard of play and professionalism. And I think when you carry yourself that way, people rise to your level, and those that don't are gone pretty fast.
And he played for and all he has ever asked about people that are working for his staff right now is that you got to eat, sleep, and breathe basketball. You don't always have to be right. Like, he's really close with one of the young assistants on the staff, a guy named Michael Wexler, and Wex is in charge of the replay. So whenever you see JJ trying to determine whether or not, and Wex sits next to him on the plane, they're close. Yeah. And he's like a mentor to this young guy who'll probably be a head coach one day.
Yeah.
Greg St. G.
Homie's calling again on the hotline.
Pretty soon, I
think.
Yeah.
Scott Brooks and Nate McMillan might get yanked after this year if we have a good year. So he's got a bunch of guys, Lindsay, that as he describes them, and he means this as a compliment, are basketball sickos. When they wake up, they're looking at film. When we're on the plane, they're on their computers the whole time.
Yeah.
We travel now we've never done this before. We travel with a data analyst, a guy that just puts analytics into a computer, and he's in the meeting, so he can say, hey, you may not want to do that. And so I think JJ comes across one way, but there's actually much more to him than what comes across.
Yeah, I agree.
How I would say that. All right, coming up next, we'll spin the wheel of questions. Laura's got one for us. And, let me mention, since I teased it, the Lakers didn't play last night, but in my book, they got two pieces of good news. The first one was Golden State beat Memphis. Now, I may be in the minority. Where are you on this? I want to play the Warriors in the first round because I think it's not the team that we're most likely to beat. I think that would be Memphis. But that's what Mason wants. He wants the easiest road. What I want is the most exciting, entertaining, and thrilling ride. I want an e-ticket ride right out of the gate. And I think Jimmy Butler, Steph Curry against LeBron and Luka for 2 weeks and a short flight back and forth and no back-to-backs would be a series for the ages. I think it would be the highest rated first round series in 10 years.
Well, when they played in the second round a couple of years ago, it was one of the highest rated series.
Right.
I think it got better ratings in the finals that year, which was like Denver. Remember that ended up being Denver.
So that was the first thing that happened.
Miami.
So I'm rooting for Lakers Warriors. I don't know if we'll get it.
I want to see how Thursday's game goes before I answer that question.
Right, fair enough. And then the other thing that happened was Minnesota won that crazy game in double overtime. And now I've got conflicting interest or competing interest.
Yeah.
When Denver lost, do you guys all know this? I should probably mention this more during the games and on the show. Do you guys know that the Lakers have every conceivable tiebreaker in the West?
Every tiebreaker, yeah.
The only one they don't have is OKC.
Right.
And they don't need it because OKC's 12 games ahead of everybody else. But they've got, and they don't have it yet with Houston, but it's 1-1. And so first thing is head-to-head.
Yep.
The second thing is if you win your division, you get bumped up. And the Lakers look like they're going to win their division. If they lose the Warriors tomorrow night, they could lose the division, but I think they're going to win. And so, for example, if they win tomorrow night, they'll have an identical record to Denver. But the Lakers would be the 3 because they have the tiebreaker. They have it over Denver. They have it over Minnesota. They have it over the Clippers.
Right.
They have it over the Warriors. They have it over everybody.
Yeah.
Rockets not yet, but they probably will. Because of that, every time you see these standings tighten up, the Lakers don't have to pass anybody. They just have to tie them.
Right.
Because they have all the tiebreakers. So with that loss, it opens the door for the Lakers to move up to 3 tomorrow night if they win.
Yep.
And I want Lakers Warriors. So right now, if the season ended right at 12:41 today,
that's what it would
Lakers
be.
Warriors first round with game 1 at Crypto, probably on a Sunday afternoon, and it would be killer.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm rooting for. All right, Wheel of Questions coming up next. Momo in for Mace. Before we do that, let me tell you about your Southern California Toyota dealers. If you're looking for a car, and there's never been a time to have a more reliable car. I was talking to a friend of mine who lost everything in the fires, including his cars, and he's looking. You got to look, if you're making this decision, at Toyota. No matter what you're looking for. You want a car, a truck, an SUV, they got them all. There's 2 ways you can do this. You can do it at Toyota.com or just visit your Southern California Toyota dealer. Either way, you'll get the same info. And every new Toyota, whether or not it's a car, a truck, or an SUV, comes with Toyota Care, as long as it's new. Toyota Care is a no-cost maintenance plan, and you pay nothing for factory scheduled service for 2 years or 25,000 miles, whatever comes first. Shop that around. See if everybody else is offering you Toyota Care, because they're not. You get a great, reliable car, and you don't pay for a thing for 2 years after you drive it off the lot. Check it out today. Toyota, we make it easy. Toyota, let's go places. Mason and Ireland, ESPN LA.
The stage is set at BMO Stadium for one of the biggest soccer matches of the year.
BMO Stadium is rocking for the black and gold.
Los Angeles Football Club versus Inter Miami tonight in the heart of Los Angeles.
Oh, what a double stay by Hugo Lloris.
It's a star-studded night in the CONCACAF Champions Cup quarterfinals from downtown LA. LAFC face off with Inter Miami. Pre-game starts tonight at 8 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256, or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game. avnergatt.com.
Empower. Jen has ordered a decadent seafood tower, king crab legs, lobster tails, and a waterfall of caviar. Pricey? You bet. But Jen worked with Empower on her savings and investment strategy and planned for splurges like these. She got good at money, so she can be a little bad. Ooh, champagne. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risk. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. OMG, those shrimps are really jumbo.
Vivid Seats is your ultimate destination for basketball and hockey this season. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every one-timer and buzzer-beating 3 live and in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Don't miss out. Visit vividseats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
And it is the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland, here each weekday. You know what it's time for? What is this? It's time for Wheel of Questions. Producer Brian Cohen, are you ready with that wheel? Hit it, Jack.
That's a dumbass question.
It might be. It might be.
Laura, what came up on the wheel?
All right, guys. We have a little bit of a controversy here on the show. Mason came in very, very happy, saying that he had won $10K in mythical money because Mookie was shortstop.
Okay, so a little background here.
Okay.
Mason and Greg Bergman just walked in.
Yes.
Hello, Greg.
Hello.
Mason and Greg bet mythical money. Would you bet 10K?
We bet 10K.
10K in mythical money.
Who
Mason
the opening
was
day shortstop.
adamant that Mookie Betts. We'll let you be the judge in this,
Okay.
Ramona.
All right, let me hear it.
I'll have an opinion, but I'll wait. I'll let you rule first. All right. The bet was simply this. Mason said 10 grand mythical money that Mookie Betts is the Dodgers shortstop on opening day.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay. Greg said, I'll take the bet.
Because I didn't think he
will
should
not-
be the
He
shortstop.
will not be playing shortstop on opening day. And Mason goes, okay, 10 grand. Officially, Laura, opening day was in Japan, right?
Absolutely.
Yes, it was.
Who played shortstop for the Dodgers on opening day?
Not Mookie Betts.
Not
it was
Mookie Betts.
It was Miggy
Iggy
Rojas.
Rojas.
It was Miguel Rojas.
That is
So-
not Mookie Betts to me.
So,
Technicality, let's just say, back it up.
although, Ramona, Dave Roberts named Mookie Betts the starting shortstop
he did.
before opening day, who wins the 10K?
Okay. This is a really interesting rule. This is very interesting. I regard opening day as the opening day of all of baseball.
Well,
Okay?
no, it's Dodgers opening day.
But Dodgers opening day, that's just the season opener. Okay? The game's in to
Did the
me,
season not open? All right, let me go
the
ahead.
season
Sit here.
opener was in Japan. But opening day, and then there's another one which is the home opener. Those are three.
That was not the
Those are
bet.
different things. There's a home opener, there's a season opener, and then there's opening day.
All right, Greg, make your
So
rebuttal.
I think Mookie Betts was the shortstop on opening day.
Make your rebuttal, Greg.
If this is what I think would happen with Mason, because if he in Japan, if Mookie Betts played,
Oh yeah, he would say that was the.
and he would say
He
that
would
is
say
the
that,
opening
yes.
day, right? He would say that this is the one that he's.
To me, baseball opening day is a
But that's to
national
you.
holiday.
Sure,
Okay.
but that's to you. But on opening day, if Mookie Betts was not playing shortstop for your opening day, Mason say no. In Japan,
100% I would
he
do
would
the same
say
thing,
that.
yeah.
All right,
so,
so
it's the
Ramona
exact same
rules
way here.
in favor of Mason.
Are you really?
Greg,
I know, I'm sorry. It's a whole-
Greg
I
is
know, I'm
obviously
sorry.
ruling in favor of
Incredulous
himself.
over
Brian
this.
Cohen,
sorry.
what say you?
I didn't even really.
I say technicality, it should be washed. Nobody gets the
that's
money.
probably a good.
Yeah,
That's
it's,
probably,
Okay, that's
That's
one
probably the right
that's one
rule.
option.
Injury, to that point, like the injury, you get your money back.
That's
Laura,
probably a
like,
good rule.
like sometimes they take bets off the board. Laura, how would you rule?
I am gonna rule that Mason gets his 10K and stays as
Actually,
it is.
you know what? I want to change my
Where?
vote to what Brian said, that it's a wash.
You can't
All right.
change it.
Now, wait a minute. I think this is very clear.
It's straightforward.
In Vegas, because they're dealing with money,
Okay.
everything is always by the letter of the law.
Okay.
The bet was simply this. Mason said, I'll bet anybody 10K that Mookie Betts is the Dodgers starting shortstop on opening day.
On opening day.
Opening day, because the games counted, happened in Japan. I argued till I was blue in the face those games should not count. The Dodgers and Major League Baseball said, no, we want real games. Mason, Greg, said, no, I want real games because if those aren't real, they won't play anybody.
100%.
He's the one who said that is opening day.
Oh, he said that?
Rojas played shortstop on opening day. Mookie Betts wasn't even in the country.
No, he was back in Los Angeles.
This is
or on a plane.
Greg Bergman's money, and I will go to the mat.
I love this
for
shot.
this.
This is the best shot I've ever seen.
This
is
is
amazing.
And people know there is no
Wait.
love lost between
Hold on.
Greg Bergman and John Ireland.
That is a real thing right there.
Is Momo changing her vote
No.
again?
No, I'm not changing my vote. I just want to see how much Greg loves you now. Let's open it up for calls.
Let's get a guest on for it.
By the way, you know that
Combo Plunkett.
you know the birth of sports graffiti was a compromise that
Yes.
Greg and I negotiated because I wanted to take calls every day and Greg didn't want to take any calls. I said, well, how about we just open the phones and let people say whatever they want? And he goes, as long as it's once a day, good.
Once a day, and I
let
just
me
have
give
to get
another.
their name,
Let me
and
give
that's
another
it.
speech in an impassioned speech about opening day as a national holiday.
Okay.
Did you get any of the feels at 3 a.m. when
I
the
did.
Dodgers
Wait
had
a
that
minute.
game?
Wait a minute.
I did, girl.
This was my argument.
I know, it's not a real game.
If that's your argument, then you
was opening
can't
day.
make these games count.
Where's Jacob and Ronnie when you need them? Because we got 2 for
Oh,
Greg.
is Jake,
2.
was Jake coming in
I
today?
don't think
Not
he's coming
this
in
week.
today.
He was
Baseball
supposed to be here
called.
yesterday, right?
Yeah,
No,
supposed
he
to be here
wasn't.
yesterday.
Yeah.
He
What
wasn't
did it say? Hold on. Wait a
Call
minute.
him or text him. You got his
Okay,
number?
yes.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Was there a sign or printing anywhere in Dodger Stadium on the field or in the what are those things called that Mason taught us?
Bunting.
The buntings.
Yeah.
Again.
That said opening
All right.
day at Dodger
I
Stadium.
think-
Was
I
there?
think
Was that branded
now you're
opening day?
getting semantical on it.
Semantical?
Is that a word?
It is now. I bet if we look it up like Mason,
Like,
we'll be able to
yeah,
find
Mason
it.
always says words like that, and I go, that's not a word. He looks
That
it up,
is
and
absolutely not a word.
It's always a friggin' word.
It is semantical. You
But
know what I
it's
mean?
I did know what you meant.
But either way, because it doesn't say opening day on, it was opening day for the Dodgers and for
by
the
the
Cubs.
way-
If you
and
attended
they
Dodgers
count.
opening day, did they have any signs up there saying opening
It's
day?
not about what it
Did
said.
you get a pin? Did you get a program? Somebody tell me.
I
Brian
was
is
there.
You were
Brian, Momo,
At 3 a.m. at
Momo,
Cosm.
Greg
is
At this
probably
home
right.
opener.
Greg.
Oh, yeah. I was there Thursday.
Semantical
Semantical.
refers to something relating to meaning or semantics. The study of
Come on,
Is that a
linguistics.
real word?
It is
Yes,
an adjective
absolutely
that
it's
is
a
in
real
the
word.
dictionary.
That's amazing.
Every
You
friggin'
just
time.
made that up.
Yeah.
And it landed.
And
and
it worked perfectly.
It did. I knew what you meant. Yeah.
Greg, I don't even see the other
There
side of this.
is no argument to it. If we're going to go by Vegas law, then
And see if-
Brian's going to be
see-
right.
Hey, see, just call him. See
I
if he answers
texted-
his phone.
Okay, I will call him. I did
I don't
text
think
him.
we can go by Vegas law here because when it comes to this is a Mason
Yeah.
thing. He was so adamant that this was opening day for the Dodgers. It was the
Oh, he
first
did
day.
I
make
think
that
Jacob's
argument.
going to rule in favor of you.
He better.
I mean,
Wow.
the challenge for
Well, I
me is
didn't know
going to
Mason made
present
some-
this objectively because I just think this is. I mean, what
So
are we
wait,
arguing
Mason
about?
really did a whole
It
thing
was-
about how these games are. This is
No,
opening
and
day.
that they count.
I argued that if you want to, Mason said you have to grow the sport is why you need these international games. I don't want them in football. I don't want
I
them
don't
in
want 'em.
basketball. I don't want them in baseball because it sets the teams that have to play these
Yes.
games back. But having said that, Mason said, no, you have to make them real games because if you don't, they won't play any of the real players.
That's right. I went on one of those trips. They had like 3 major leaguers and the rest minor league guys.
I went to China with the Lakers
Yeah.
one year, and they didn't play anybody.
Yeah.
They played all the backups.
Yeah.
But
because of that, I don't think we go on the Vegas rules because he was so adamant about that being a game that counts, that it's opening day, and then he would have called it if we went to the whole.
He's the one that said, I'm getting up at 3 in the morning to watch
Sure,
this.
I actually did get up at 3 o'clock in the morning to watch.
So
Me too.
I think we'll track down Jacob at some point and get an official legal ruling on this. But I think Brian's solution.
Give me my 10K.
Brian's solution.
Come on. That's a good solution.
It's a good solution, however.
Mason is the one who came up with that bet. And he's the one that said, I'll bet anybody $10,000. He's the one who thinks opening day should be in Japan. He's taking the L here.
Yeah.
We'll let him state his own case when he comes back on Monday. Of course, I'm not for Monday.
You're not
I'm in
back.
Oklahoma Monday. But
It's Mason or Ireland
I am
again.
now on record. Well, I'm going to jump in on Tuesday from OKC.
Great.
But I think you're going to win. Yeah. I think Jacob's going to rule in favor of you, and I think you're going to win.
I think so too.
Thank you very much.
But
that's
Brian,
my 10K.
your objective is actually probably the best compromise.
Yeah, I feel like if you put that bet online or in any of these things and he didn't play, you would at least get that parlay or that part. It would wash out, I
Okay,
think.
so Laura, open the phones. If
I
you're
will.
calling in for sports graffiti, you can give us your ruling on this. Did Bergman win? Did Mason win? Or do you take the Cohen plan and just
Or Momo.
wipe out the bet? What is your
Opening day is a national holiday. It is.
Opening day wasn't until Dodgers' first home game, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
That's
when the rest of baseball.
Home opener.
That was
Your
opening day
argument,
for all
Momo
MLB.
loses all logic when they count the game in the standings.
Yep.
I don't care
How
about
can it
that.
not be-
I'm ignoring
What
those
do
2
you
games.
You're just ignoring things. See,
The
I like the
opening day
season
is like-
opener compared to opening day.
Yes.
I do kind of get that.
Yeah.
But Laura, what is
Yes.
when we do Mythical Money? Who is it brought to us by?
It is brought to us by Chumba Casino, your favorite online social casino. Play anytime, anywhere for free. For your chance to redeem some serious prizes, head to ChumbaCasino.com. Let's Chumba. No purchase necessary. Must be 21 years or older. Terms and conditions apply.
Okay. Did you see what Laura just read at the end of that?
Yeah.
I have this read in the Laker game for Chumba. We love Chumba.
Yeah.
But we have to read that stuff because if we don't, it makes it illegal. Mason didn't have any stipulations or conditions or anything.
Okay,
Sure
was
didn't.
there bunting in Japan?
They don't bunt in regular games.
No, bunting.
bunting.
The bunting.
Oh,
that's
the
the
bunting.
stuff.
Was there?
Thinking like a
By the way,
bunt.
also
Yeah.
true.
Don't worry, we all thought that when Mason
was so
brought that up.
confused.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
were there at 3 in the morning.
Where's
How
there
was that
bunting?
stadium decorated?
I
Did it
think-
say opening day?
I might have.
I
I'll go
think
back to
when
my picture.
Dodgers opening
Okay.
day.
I
don't
think
think there's
Mason
an argument
complained
here.
that there was no bunting on the regular opening day, on the Dodger Stadium opening
They
day.
did.
There was bunting.
There was bunting.
There's
I
always
caught
bunting
up.
on
So
opening day.
then, Brian, did he complain there was none in Japan? He complained about something to do with bunting when I was
No,
here last
he
week.
thought that there wasn't, but it was all like really, really high because Parker and I were there. So it wasn't like seen, I think, around.
Because
TV,
it's
but
really
it
not a
was.
thing.
I think he was saying that's his
Because it wasn't
favorite
opening
part
day.
of opening day.
Yeah, he was saying
Which is
and
kinda
they break
weird,
it-
too.
They break it out for the playoffs, too.
Yeah.
All right. 877-710 ESPN. 877-710-3776. It's time for Sports Graffiti. You simply call. Laura answers the phone. She'll ask for your name. You don't have to tell her what you're talking about. You can talk about anything you want. You can talk about Dodgers,
Keep it
Lakers.
classy, though.
You can talk about the 10 grand bet. Does Bergman deserve to be paid?
I
Does
do.
Mason deserve to be paid? You can talk about anything we've talked about.
Momo's
or,
Hollabake.
Yeah, the Hollabake.
Yeah,
can go-
you wanna come? It's
you
tomorrow
wanna-
night.
You want to be in the PTA? You're going to have to climb over Momo to get there. You can talk
I know
about
people. I can get you in.
anything you want. Sports Graffiti next. 877-710-3776. Mason and Ireland, ESPN LA.
Tune in all this week to Mason and Ireland, the Riggerer Lie of the Day giveaway. ESPN LA and Riggerer are giving you the chance to win a signed pair of AR2s from Austin Reeves. Each day, Monday through Thursday, listen to Mason and Ireland to catch the Lie of the Day. If you're correct, you'll qualify for the grand prize and win a $50 gift card code to Riggerer.com. Friday, one lucky qualifier will win the grand prize. A signed pair of AR2s from Austin Reeves. Don't miss your shot. Listen, call in and win. Rigger, where performance meets passion. Tune in all this week to Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN.
And don't miss tomorrow's the SeaWorld Ticket Thursday on 710 ESPN. Listen all day for your chance to win and experience all the wonders of SeaWorld San Diego. From up-close encounters with the orcas and the dolphins to the all-new Jewels of the Sea exhibit featuring an awe-inspiring jellyfish, there's more to explore than ever before. Plus, let's set sail on a flavorful journey of the Seven Seas Food Festival. Listen all day tomorrow to win from 710 and SeaWorld. SeaWorld San Diego, open your world to something amazing.
We're definitely going to be late to the concert. I feel like we should be there by now.
I'm just taking a little detour. I gotta fill up my gas tank, and I know this place a couple towns over where the gas is cheaper.
Are you serious? We're going to be late for the concert because you're driving out of the way for cheaper gas? Just use Upside.
What's Upside?
Upside is the free cashback app that gets you real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, I can get cash back just for buying the gas I need anyway?
Yes, I use it all the time, and I've made around $200. Now pull over so you can download the Upside app before we miss the concert.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code WOW25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank, PayPal, or as a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code WOW25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code WOW25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus. That's code WOW25.
Hey, Southern California, I'm Ty Pennington, the home guy. Teaming up with Pechanga Resort Casino to give away a brand new house. Imagine yourself in a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom home in incredible Temecula, California. All you need to do is play your favorite slots or table games at Pechanga Resort Casino. The more you play, the more entries you earn. Visit Pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for complete details on Home Sweet Win.
Rules and conditions apply. Go to Pechanga.com for more details.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station.
There's LeBron and Luka, the dynamic duo taking over the NBA.
I can't believe that we just had an assist, LeBron James to Luka Doncic.
But before that, there was the original duo, the OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Ireland has an idea.
I do.
I think it's stupid, but there are other ideas out there.
More Mason and Ireland right now.
All right, Sports Graffiti. Momo's in from Ace. Bergman's hanging out with us. We're going to take your calls. Chris, you're leading off on Sports Graffiti today. Chris, go.
John, I just want to say you're so right. I mean, what could be better than Steph versus Braun in the first round? I mean, we need this. We need this. It might be the last time we're going to see it. The NBA is so good right now. The Knicks are good. Lakers are good. Golden State's good. We got good up-and-coming teams. My friends and I are Momo's age, and we just text back and forth about, NBA news. I have a funny story about it. We're always trying to break NBA news to each other before the other person can break the news. And so I broke the Luka news to my buddies when that happened in February. But my buddy got me the other day because he broke the Taylor Jenkins news to me, but he also broke it to Momo at Hot Yoga.
Oh, yeah.
And he said you were shocked. And I was like, dude, you win forever. You broke the news to Momo.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I was in
he
a...
wins, by the way.
I think I know who your friend is. There was 4 people who came up to me after that class. It was Friday morning at 9. I took a Friday morning at 9 a.m. class. And we're in there for an hour, and I walk out, and I didn't get my phone right away either. And I think the Taylor Jenkins thing happened at 9:30, 9:40, something like that. So right in the middle of class, and it's not like nobody's thinking a coach is getting fired with 9 games left in the year. This wasn't something we were on high alert for. This was after they lose in the first round of the playoffs, they'll probably fire him. That's not when you're checking on stuff.
When did Doc take the Milwaukee job last year?
After about 40 games.
So it was halfway through.
Yeah, halfway
and
through.
they were in second place.
Yeah, halfway through is normal.
Yeah, but
9?
It's crazy.
9 left, especially for a playoff team. That was really out of the blue.
All right, Robert, you're on Sports Graffiti. Robert, go for it.
Yes. Hi. This is for John. John, what do you think the chances are for Byron Scott to have his jersey hung with the rest of the Showtime guys?
I don't think it's going to happen, Robert, and here's why. The Lakers only retire jerseys that make the Hall of Fame. That's why they retired Michael Cooper's jersey this year, but not before that. That's the policy of the Lakers, and for the most part, the policy of the Dodgers. There are a couple of guys who've had their number retired by the Dodgers. Fernando was one. I'm so glad they did that.
Yeah.
Before he passed away, and the other one was Jim Gilliam, who also died young.
Yeah.
And they, in honor of those two guys passing away, the Dodgers made exceptions, but the Lakers don't. You have to make the Hall of Fame. And a lot of people have worn Byron Scott's number 4 since he wore it. Luke Walton wore it. Dalton Knecht's wearing it now. So I don't think that's happening.
Right.
And I like Byron a lot. Sean, you're on Sports Graffiti. Sean, go for it.
Hey, guys. First of all, Mason won the bet. The bet was who's going to be the starting shortstop. Getting on a technicality on what is actually opening day is being ridiculous. Mookie Betts is our shortstop this year, period.
Okay.
Mason wins the bet.
But a technicality is a technicality. He did not actually play starting shortstop.
What was the spirit of the bet? That
Sean, I see your point. The spirit of the bet might go to Mason, but I think Jacob's going to rule in favor of Bergman.
I mean, that's law
what's
in
the
general.
other thing you were going to say, Sean?
I was going to say, okay, I got something about a relationship. In a relationship between a man and a woman, the man should always have the last word as long as those words are yes, dear.
Very true. Well, how did you know? That's my relationship exactly.
Yeah.
Marlon. Hey, Marlon, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Yeah, well, Mason did not win the bet. When you look at the record books, game 1, who was playing shortstop? He was not playing shortstops, so I'm sorry, Mace, you lost.
All right, Marlon, I'm with you.
Marlon,
Was the bet
you're
for
a
game
great
1
man.
or was the bet for opening day?
Opening day.
I would argue
Mason used opening day, and his definition of opening day, not even Greg's, his is Japan.
Game 1. It's game 1.
Yeah.
Second, Momo and Laura, when you guys are on the show, you make the best show on ESPN LA even better.
There we go.
The best show. Mason and Island is the best show by far. Sorry, Cappy and Sedano. And I do like Travis and DeMarco, but Mason and Ireland, without a doubt, best show on ESPN LA, and it's not close.
Thank you, Marlon.
Cut that, print it.
Yeah. Ricky. Ricky, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Hey, John. Okay, I have a question for Momo.
Okay.
Momo, did those 2 games in Japan count?
Yes. Those games
Mookie
counted.
Betts was not the starting play. He was not the starting shortstop on opening day.
Because
Greg Bergman, I agree with you.
Thank you.
If Mason was here, he would say that if he won, he would say, "Yo, yeah, Japan would count."
100%.
But he lost, so he would say, "No, it doesn't count."
Yeah, he's going to try. He's going to try and make that argument when he gets back. Now, Greg, we should read this one tweet we got. I don't know if this is true. This is just somebody tweeting at us. Said that Ireland and Bergman are both wrong. In Vegas, if a player is injured, the bet doesn't count. If you put money on anything and the player gets scratched from the lineup for injury reasons, you get your money back. I don't know if that's true or not.
So I think it is. It's very much what Brian was talking about, was saying like that it usually becomes a wash and we just get rid of the bet. However, because I'm trying to argue because Mason was so adamant.
Yeah.
adamant.
I think you got a good case.
Yeah.
Clarence, you're on Sports Graffiti. Clarence, go for it.
John, what's happening?
How you doing?
Hey, Bergman lost the bet, man. Here's the deal. The spirit of the bet wasn't that Mookie would be hurt. It was that he wouldn't be playing shortstop. That's what Greg was arguing. He'd be playing second base or right field, not shortstop.
Right.
Good point. It's a good point.
However, it became from Mason that who was the starting shortstop in that very first game. So that's what the bet turned into. But you're right. The spirit. It's not about the spirit. I don't even care about the spirit. The spirit was, I'm wrong.
Okay.
The spirit is opening day is opening day.
I am going to.
No, that's not that
thank
spirit.
you for the call. We have tracked down Jacob and Ryan.
All right.
We're
Okay.
going to get answers. All right. Hi, Jacob.
Hey, Jacob.
How are you?
Okay, Jacob. Here's the thing. Mason offered a bet, $10,000 in mythical money. He said, "I'll bet anybody $10,000 that Mookie Betts is the Dodgers' starting shortstop on opening day." Now, the Dodgers did name Mookie the starting shortstop, but on opening day in Japan, He did not play. He was sick, and they flew him home. So the starting shortstop on opening day was Miguel Rojas.
And I want to add one thing, Jacob. He did say that all I need is for Mookie to play on the very first game, and I win the bet.
And my argument is that opening day is opening day around Major League Baseball. Those 2 games in Japan were just some random marketing thing that happened to count, but nobody treated it like it was opening day. Did we play? Was there bunting in Japan?
Okay.
Was there celebrations, flyovers?
Let Jacob talk. Jacob, those are the facts. The bet was $10,000. Mookie Betts, Dodgers starting shortstop on opening day. Miguel Rojas played shortstop for that entire game. Mookie wasn't even in Japan. Is there a clear winner of this bet?
So I think whatever game is considered the official opening day in MLB, which is the Dodgers opening day, is the game that is considered, the mention of this bet. So that's number one.
Okay.
Okay. So, whether it's in Japan, whether it's here, wherever it is, whatever the opening day for them is, that's the mention of the bet. Now, the question that comes here is naming Mookie Betts as a starter, does that qualify? And I would say, unless he actually stepped onto the field and was actually the one that played, because Mason, according to what you're telling me, said, all I need him to do is just play that first game.
Right.
And I'm the winner. If he didn't get a chance to actually play that first game, then he didn't get that game, and he wasn't the player. He didn't get that start, and that's the direction I would go with it. That's my argument.
Okay, Jacob, that you and me are on the same page. I think Greg wins the bet because Mookie was there. We'll see. When you come back in next week, we'll see if Mason will accept this. But I think your ruling is fair, and I thank you for interrupting your busy day for our nonsense, Jacob. Thank you.
My pleasure. I can't wait to be sitting right between you and Mason as this argument occurs.
I know. It'll be interesting. All right, Jacob, have a great day, man.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Jacob.
All right, let's take a few more for Sports Graffiti. Here is Michael. Hey, Michael, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Hey, I'm calling because I need to tell you guys how Mason wins the bet.
Okay.
Mason wins because opening day for the Dodgers was in L.A.
That's right.
Tokyo Series was a home game for the Cubs. Both those games.
Now, Michael, this argument doesn't make any sense. If it's opening day for one team, it's opening day for the other. Did the game count or not?
It wasn't
Not
Dodgers
necessarily
opening
because
day.
MLB does opening week all week. Do they not?
I don't know.
Well, people have their home openers.
Yeah, but that wasn't the bet. Not for the home. If Mason would have said Mookie's starting shortstop for the home opener, then Mason wins.
Starter wasn't he named the opening day starter?
But
and
he
then
did
just
not.
couldn't?
He did not play.
He pulled a
in
Kawhi,
one.
and he didn't show up.
Well, I'm sorry about that intestinal bug he had.
Yeah.
I mean,
But that's
Sorry for getting
part
sick, guys.
Well, yeah. All right. Here's David. David, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
All I want to say is Mason needs to man up and then pay up because he's lost.
I agree.
That's right.
Opening day, whether it's your home event or the home or the visitor, it doesn't matter. It's the first game you play in MLB that starts. That's official, and that was in Japan. Mason lost.
All right. Thank you, David.
I love it.
Yeah, we'll squeeze a couple more in here. James, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Hey, love the show. John, you are going to the Sports Broadcaster Hall of Fame for those two back-to-back calls. The difference in them and the loss and the win, the win and the loss going in that order. You had us on the edge of our seats with your calls. Those two calls, those two broadcasts are going to put you in the Hall of Fame.
Wow.
What I want to say is there's calls for preseasons to get canceled in NFL and NBA.
Yep.
But how are teams going to know who they want to pick up off the rosters if they don't see these games televised?
It's a fair question, but most of these guys have played in front of teams before. They either played in the G League or the Summer League.
yeah.
But he makes a good point.
Yeah.
I'm one of the people that's in favor of eliminating preseason games. I hate when guys get hurt, and I don't like them charging fans money to see a bunch of guys who aren't going to be in the team play. But he's not crazy. Patrick, you'll wrap it up today. Hey, Patrick, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Hey, guys, great day today. I know yesterday was April Fool's Day, but I got to commend this show. John, Mason's not there, but you guys had the best
April Fool's joke on radio that I heard in the past 20 years, and that's when you guys had somebody impersonated Al Davis and they had a press conference, false press conference of the Raiders coming back from Oakland, coming back to LA.
We went. Thank you, Patrick, for the phone call.
This is a story I don't know.
I don't know this one.
We went all out on this.
Wow.
Okay, so one year on April Fool's Day, we did a mock press conference, and we knew a guy who could sound just like Al Davis.
Uh-huh.
And we put like clicking camera sounds behind it.
Wow.
And we had like people that work here asking questions like, what do you say to the people of Oakland? They must go down, and they must go down hard. I don't feel sad because they could watch us on TV. And we had the whole, for like 2 hours, we never came clean about it. And at the end, we went April Fools. So it was
my God.
It was actually
Fantastic.
fun to execute, and the guy we had doing Al Davis was great.
Was this like before the internet when people would be like, where's this news?
Yeah. Exactly.
Because like now you could just check. You could just go online.
Well, that
and be
was
like,
the great thing about Sid Finch, the Sports Illustrated article, was there was no internet for everybody to say that's a fake story. It just went viral before there was viral.
Right.
That's awesome.
And so Sports Illustrated did that. All right.
But real fast. To the caller before that was saying how great your calls were, I got a text from Emily after the game against Indiana, just randomly texting, John was fantastic.
Oh, she sent me one too. That was really nice of her.
Yeah.
You know,
those calls were fantastic, and they were both of them. Even the second one, even in the loss, you sounded crazy excited.
Well, it's because I remembered something Bob Miller told me once. He said, you want everybody listening at home to know that there's no place you'd rather be than where you are. And I was in disbelief in Chicago.
Yeah.
I can't believe they hit 3 threes with 10 seconds left.
But also how they got there with LeBron and the turnover.
The half-court shot.
Crazy. The thing that surprised me about that Chicago call was when I said, guys, I don't think I've seen a game end like this in my career. And Michael said, think about all the games Michael's played. Michael goes, neither have I. I've never seen anything like what we just saw. The Lakers were up with 10 seconds to go by 5. They even hit a shot in those 10 seconds. So the Lakers hit a 2, and they hit 3 threes, and Giddey won it on that
The
jump.
only thing I can remember is Reggie Miller making all those threes against New York.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And then it almost happened again with the Rockets.
All right, so I just want you to accept the premise on this. Brian, Laura, Greg, Momo, accept the premise on this, okay? First thing that pops into your mind. Later tonight, you have to audition on American Idol. What song are you singing, Greg?
Ooh, American Idol, I'm going to go with Queen, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Good one.
Oh,
Momo,
wow.
what? Yeah. Momo, how about you?
It's long.
You're auditioning.
Usually my karaoke song is Joan Jett, I Love Rock and Roll.
Good one. Good. Laura?
Oh, y'all are not going to know this. Vas a llorar por mi banda recodo.
Oh, sure, I know that one.
I can hit those notes.
My favorite.
Really
Brian,
well.
you're auditioning for American Idol in 2 hours. What song are you singing?
I've thought about this a lot. Blackbird by the Beatles.
That's a great
good.
song.
Yeah. Great
You
song.
are not going to believe what one girl did this week on American Idol. You won't. I could give you guys 1,000 guesses as to what. Brian, you know because you put it in.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty
I
good.
can give you 1,000 guesses
Yeah?
whether or not, or what song this girl would sing, and you would not get it.
Huh.
1,000 songs, you wouldn't get it. I'll play it for you next.
Gangnam
Mason
Style.
in Ireland, ESPN LA.
The stage is set at BMO Stadium for one of the biggest soccer matches of the year.
BMO Stadium is rocking for the black and gold.
Los Angeles Football Club versus Inter Miami tonight in the heart of Los Angeles.
Oh, what a double save by Hugo Lloris.
It's a star-studded night in the CONCACAF Champions Cup quarterfinals from downtown LA. LAFC face off with Inter Miami. Pre-game starts tonight at 8 p.m. on 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gat today at 818-917-5256, or you go to avnergat.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergat.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game. avnergat.com.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. And our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Our steamed vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you, from sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Quarterback Jordan Love isn't just on Green Bay's team. He's also on the American Family Insurance team. Because like us, he believes in dreaming fearlessly.
Just chase your dreams and don't let nobody hold you back.
And we help protect those dreams with the right coverage so you can
dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
A great lawn is like a great sports team. It takes expertise and a little extra care to really stand out. That's where True Green comes in. They're the official lawn care treatment provider of the PGA Tour, so they know a thing or two about keeping grass looking like a fairway. It's more affordable than you think, and they'll even match any competitor's price. Plus, True Green backs it all up with a satisfaction guarantee. Head to TrueGreen.com today. Let the pros do the work while you sit back and enjoy the results.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother got life insurance from Ethos, and it only took 10 minutes. And he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
Whether you're building a single roof or a successful roofing business, roofing contractors like you need the right tools for the job, and software is no exception. Service Titan is on a mission to be the most powerful software platform for the trades, with purpose-built technology proven to maximize revenue, streamline operations, and deliver 5-star customer experiences. We are taking roofing companies like yours to the next level and beyond. Service Titan, we are built for this. See what we can do for roofers at servicetitan.com.
Mason in Ireland on 710.
I mean, would you rather have good life or sex? Good sex. Good life, good sex.
Well, I got both.
There you go.
That's
good
the correct
for you,
answer.
Johnny
Yeah,
I.
More of Mason in Ireland right now.
Okay, Mason in Ireland. Momo is in for Mace, and I asked everybody the question beforehand: what would you, if you had to audition for American Idol tonight, what would you sing? By the way, my answer to this is: last time I did karaoke.
Okay.
I always go with a song that I will not get stuck singing it by myself.
Yeah.
So in other words, a song that everybody would pick up. So I did Sweet Caroline,
Oh, that's
and it
a
was
good one.
perfect.
Yeah, that's great.
Because everybody just, where
Yeah.
it began, and everybody, and they'll go into the whole deal. But the reason I bring this up is American Idol is in their audition phase, and you guys know that Carrie Underwood is now a judge
She
on
replaced
American
Katy
Idol.
Perry, right?
Right, with Luke Bryan and Lionel Richie.
Okay.
So you guys know what Carrie Underwood's a really famous
Yeah.
singer, but that she has a very famous song at her other job, okay? Which you will recognize as soon as I play this. I thought this took guts. And after I play this for about 30 seconds, I'm going to ask you guys if you would put this girl through. Like, after
right.
singing this song, would you say no or you're going to Hollywood?
All
Okay?
right.
Because the judges were split. But, like I said, I could give you 1,000 guesses,
and
you would never get this song. Here it is.
I will be singing a song that perhaps is familiar. It's pretty deep. We'll just see how you take it.
Let's hear it.
I've been waiting all day for a Sunday night. The tough get rough in a primetime fight.
All right.
It's more than a game. It's everything's right. That's why we're waiting all day for a Sunday night. All right, what a night. It's finally here. Sunday night football's kicking into high gear. The stars have arrived. Come on, get up and cheer.
All right, so she sings
Yeah.
the whole NBC Sunday Night
That's
Football
great.
song, normally performed
Yeah.
by Carrie Underwood. Pretty good voice. Turn it back up, Brian.
Yeah.
Waiting all day for a Sunday night. The tough get rough.
All right.
in a primetime
Ramona Shelburne. Put her through or
She's
she
going to
out?
Hollywood.
You're putting her Hollywood.
She
Laura
sounds
Romo?
pretty good.
Yeah, she's good. Put her to Hollywood.
Brian?
Going to Hollywood.
All right. Did you watch till the end?
I did, yeah.
Did you
I
leave
put
it
the whole
in?
clip in,
All right,
yes.
so, okay, just turn it up. Here's how it went down.
Go.
I
Thank
did
you.
not
Going
see
with this.
that coming. I know, I
didn't. Yeah.
All right, that was very good.
Yes.
Disguise and then wow. Okay.
You're clever. You're
Very
This is
clever.
Carrie.
What have they
Very.
not heard yet? What would
Yeah.
be very different?
It's iconic.
Yes.
Luke, what are you thinking?
It was quite theatrical. I'm a no.
Okay.
Oh.
For American Idol.
Okay.
I'm going to say yes. I don't know if you're right for the show, but I can't say no to your voice.
Thank you.
So it's up to Lionel Richie.
I'm going to say a yes from me. Because I know that it's so far out in left field, but you're so damn good at it. You're going to Hollywood.
How about that?
Yeah.
She made it through.
I think she had a good voice.
I think you got to give her points for creativity,
Yeah.
too. That nobody else is ever
Yeah.
going to sing that song. I always think it takes a lot of guts if you sing a song that one of the people made famous.
I mean, the way you built
it's
that
like,
up.
Well, what did you think?
Well,
Where did you think I was
thought
going?
you were going to say, like, I like to eat
Right.
apples and bananas.
Or wheels
like,
on the bus go round
like,
and round.
The
Yeah.
way you built it up, I'm like, I mean, it's got to be something crazy. But that's actually a good choice.
Twinkle,
Right.
twinkle, little star.
Twinkle, twinkle,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, and she's so good at it.
Yeah, she's good.
I'm rooting for this girl. I don't watch American Idol a lot anymore, but I
Yeah.
thought that was so creative and I love the fact that Carrie
Yeah.
and Lionel Richie put her through.
Yeah, and listen, I used to watch that every week. I was like a big American Idol person, and I don't have the bandwidth anymore. It's too many hours of TV to watch, and you get caught up. And now I just catch the clips on YouTube now.
So,
but they find good people.
True Lionel Richie story. In the 80s, I'm at UCLA. And I was dating a girl. Shout out to Mary Foster,
Okay.
who still lives in LA. She's awesome. And Mary had a roommate named Dina. And we're going out, and we come back from dinner in Westwood someplace, and I open the door, and sitting on the couch is Lionel Richie.
Whoa.
And I went, oh, my God. I go, I love the Commodores. What are you doing here? He goes, I'm friends with Dina. And I went, he goes, we're going to go grab dinner. You guys want to go? I go, no, we just got back. And I go, but man, if I knew I had a chance to have dinner with you, I'd go. And you looked at Mary.
I think the answer is yes, we'll eat again.
Yeah, that's what I said. And she goes, no, we're not eating again. And I went, but I thought.
How much did you like Dina?
I like both of them. Well, Mary I liked a lot because I dated her, and Dina I liked a lot too.
Yeah.
But and she was friends with, but it just total stumbled into it. How cool is that for a brush with greatness?
Did I tell you I ran into the guy who played who on Curb Your Enthusiasm with the Juicy Lady? Did I text
No,
you
you
about
sent me
that?
the pic. Leon, JB Smooth.
But
I
was
was so
100
jealous.
That was him, right?
Oh yeah.
I was almost positive, but I was like, "What's my opener?" I didn't have an
You know
opener.
who's going to be incredibly
I didn't
jealous?
Who?
Michael. He loves Leon. He loves Curb, and he loves Leon.
So-
Anytime I get a video that from Curb I see online anywhere involving anyone, I send it to Michael right away.
Okay, so I wasn't 1,000% sure. I was like 95% sure that was him, right? I was pretty, but what's your opener? Do you go with just a hi? Or are you're the guy from Curb, right? Or you'd say something, or do you make it an episode of Curb? He was at the Juicy Ladies. Do I make a joke about it being
I'm
at the
with
Juicy
you, though.
Ladies?
I have to say something. Like what I admire about you, is that you are like me. You normally will say something. Like when you saw Timothy Chalamet, you said,
I took a selfie.
I gotta make this happen. I would have walked up and gone. JB, I know you're not on the job, but I just want to say, huge fan, man. Keep it up.
Okay, that's what I could.
Yeah.
I said hi, and the voice that came out of his mouth didn't sound like him. So then I kind of got nervous.
So I used to go to this. Yeah.
Like,
so you might have it wrong. That's okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so this happened to me twice.
Yeah.
This
But I did take creeper photos.
Twice at the Laker game the other day. Group of important people.
Okay.
Like, because I could tell they were in the bunker suites. Those
Okay.
are
Oh,
super
yeah, those are-
pricey
yeah.
and super expensive. So I'm walking up the aisle. You know where I do the games
Yeah.
from. I'm walking up the aisle, and they recognize me, and they know I'm somebody.
Yes.
But they think I'm Trudell.
Yes.
So they go, Mike, Mike, and I go, I could correct them, I could ignore them, or I could, and they go, Mike, and I just kept walking. I go right up to my seat.
Yeah.
I go, they're gonna think Trudell is such an a-hole.
Oh, I
And
love it.
So the game ends.
Yeah.
And I go down to where I park my car in the tunnel. No. And they're there again. And I just walk right by him. And the guy goes, Mike, I really want to meet you, Mike. And I go, should I tell him? I didn't do it. I got my car and drove away.
What if they were important people? What if that could have been like you could have been a contender?
I don't. They think Trudell big timed him.
I know, but that would have been a good entree. Yeah. Actually, I'm John. You know, like you could.
I've had one time somebody called me Jim Hill. Hey, Jim Hill.
No,
And I
that's
never
just really way
I
off
never correct people.
for
I
a
just
lot of
go.
reasons.
I look at the guy. I go, keep the faith. I kept walking. Do you correct people if they call you by the wrong name?
It depends. Mostly I don't get somebody else. I get just a version of my name that's not right. Like I'll get Rachel Nichols sometimes because people go, oh, this starts with an R. I'll get I used to get Shelly Smith.
Sure.
Shelly, Shelburne, that happens.
Or they only know one. No, wait till they call you Shanae. Then you know they don't watch.
Yeah, you're
enough.
like, you're really not watching.
Yeah.
No, you know who called me Shelly once? LeBron.
Okay,
now, and I was like,
well, that's
does he think
close
I'm
to
Shelly
your
Smith,
name.
or
No.
did he give me a nickname?
So I have a buddy named Jeff Phelps,
Okay.
who was the sideline guy in Cleveland for the
Yeah.
first 7 years of LeBron's career, and LeBron knows him and he's friends with him.
Yeah.
And so Jeff's doing an on-court interview with him, and he goes, BJ Evans was the PR guy at the time, and so
I think
BJ
he's still there.
Yeah, BJ's standing off to the side.
Yeah.
And LeBron and Jeff Phelps are doing an on-court interview, and he goes, great game, LeBron, thanks. He goes, thank you, Mike, good to see you. And he walks away, and my friend's name is Jeff.
Yeah.
And BJ walks over to Jeff and goes, I got it.
Yeah.
He goes, hey, LeBron, that's Jeff. You called him Mike. And he goes, Phelps? Michael Phelps, right? And he goes, no, that's the swimmer. And LeBron goes, of course it is.
Yeah.
And he did. So I think he heard Shelburne.
Yeah.
Knows your name is Shelburne, said Shelley. Just
and maybe gave
and
me a
LeBron
nickname.
is actually one of those guys that is fairly good with the media, like great with the media most of the time. Like a look you in the eye, give you a good answer, do all that stuff. All right, I wanted to do this one other because I knew I was playing that American Idol thing. There's one other story about a song that I want to ask you guys about, but we're up against it, so I'll do it next. Okay. And then we'll get into What's Up, Fool. Remember, by the way, Laura just told me, Corey Close from UCLA was just named 10 minutes ago the Naismith Coach of the Year in women's basketball. She will join us tomorrow at 1 o'clock.
Nice.
So, Corey, the UCLA is on their way to their first ever Final Four. Corey Close tomorrow, 1 o'clock. We'll do Sports Graffiti at 1:15 tomorrow. All right, before we go to break, I want to talk to you about BBGO. If you listen to the games, if you watch the games, BBGO, huge Lakers sponsor. They're the official game day snack of the Lakers. When you need fuel, when you need to have a snack, you got to get BBGO. Mouth-watering Korean snacks and meals in minutes. Whether you're hosting a party, relaxing by yourself, BBGO always makes it easy because you can throw this stuff in your freezer and just heat it up. And it's fantastic. My favorite is the Mandu, the largest, juiciest dumplings you'll find anywhere. MANDU. Full of filling and crispy on the outside. They're perfect for game time. And remember, BBGO isn't about just snacks. You can have this for a meal. It's a whole new level of flavor. They like to say minimum effort, maximum taste every time. You can find it in the freezer aisle at all major grocery stores. So grab your BBGO, get ready for the game, make every day delicious. BBGO, making the whole world more delicious, one bite at a time. Mason and Ireland, ESPN LA.
It's the ultimate wrestling experience and your chance to win tickets to WrestleMania. 2 chances to win. Go to ESPNLA.com right now and register to be there Monday afternoon with O'Shea Jackson Jr., Cappy, producer Lindsay Baseball, and me at Hollywood Park Casino, broadcasting live from 3 to 6 p.m. Double your chances to win WrestleMania tickets in Vegas. Just go to ESPNLA.com right now and click the Ultimate Wrestling Experience. Sucker. Bang!
Next Gen, the official air conditioning, heating, plumbing, and electrical team of SoCal Sports.
Join Cappy, O'Shea Jackson Jr., producer Lindsay, and I for a special Monday Night Raw watch party here at Hollywood Park Casino. You can win tickets to the biggest wrestling event in Las Vegas, plus a round-trip airfare and a one-night stay. You must be present to win and 21 years or older to enter. Park party and play here at Hollywood Park Casino.
Wrestling event on April 19th in Las Vegas. Your attendance is your raffle entry. Plus, get a bonus entry when you RSVP at ESPNLA.com. But you must be present to win. See you Monday, April 7th at Hollywood Park Casino. Visit ESPNLA.com for details.
Who's cutting down the nets this year? Get in on all the tournament action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Go from tracking the latest upsets to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code JQ to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Vivid Seats is your ultimate destination for basketball and hockey this season. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every one-timer and buzzer-beating 3 live and in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Don't miss out. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
Mason in Ireland on 710.
I've got to be honest. I have no idea how you do it.
I'm not sure how I do it.
I would not. Would not be my scene.
More of Mason in Ireland right now.
Who is this, Brian?
Dochi, I think is how you say it. I'm not sure.
Okay.
It's a song that's been blown up.
All right, so we had that story about American Idol, about that girl singing Waiting All Day for Sunday Night. That's one of 2 music stories I put in the show today. Here's the other one. Betsy Wolfe is a Broadway actress who sang the national anthem at Yankee Stadium last week. She's taken a lot of heat on social media because she was holding her cell phone while she was singing because she didn't want to forget the lyrics. Laura, does she deserve to be criticized for reading off of her cell phone while she's singing the anthem?
Honestly, yes.
Why?
Because you know what you're getting into when it's not like you get it, oh, you're going to do it today. You know at advance and like a few weeks, right? Or like sometimes even months
sure. Yeah.
in advance that you're going to perform the national anthem at that game. So if you as a performer are not prepared, yeah, you should be criticized.
Brian,
I would criticize.
Where are you in this? Does she deserve to be criticized for holding her phone and reading the lyrics while she sang the national anthem?
I do. I kind of agree with Laura. It kind of comes off as unprepared. I've never seen, somebody do that, so that'd be the first time I've ever seen somebody do that, and it comes off a little unprepared.
Momo, what do you think?
Yeah. I mean, look, when did she get the assignment?
Well, I think Laura's right. They tell you at least 2-3 weeks out.
Because I mean, if it was like a fill-in or somebody couldn't make it and you got the call, I get it. But I feel like pretty much everybody knows the words to that, right?
Well, and the other thing is, if I'm singing the national anthem at a game, now Mason's done it a bunch of times. What we always used to do was I would throw out the first pitch because Mason is the most unathletic person ever, but Mason likes to have the spotlight on him, so he would sing the anthem. And we did this at minor league parks, and one year we did it at Dodger Stadium. We've done it at Angel Stadium. We've done it a bunch of times. And the way Mace looks at it, I didn't have as much of a problem with this girl doing it because I know you're in front of 60,000
really
people.
nervous.
You don't want to make a mistake if you lose your train of thought. But Mason treats it as a performance.
Right.
He prepares. He rehearses.
Yeah.
And I think if you do that, to Laura's point, you are putting on a performance. And you watered it. Would be the equivalent of somebody in a Broadway play stopping in the middle and going, line?
Yeah.
Or,
that's right.
I think if you're asked to sing the anthem, you should memorize the song and do it as a performance. But people are very divided on this. Like other people are like, wow, I'd want to have the words if I was singing in front of all those people.
For some reason, it almost feels different if she had a printout.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like a printout
or maybe put it on the ground at her feet. Or I would even write on my hand if there was a part of the thing there where I wasn't
you can get off and then you get a little I mean, look, we all MC events, I've done that, or I've given speeches or whatever it is, and sometimes I show up and I've done a lot of prep, and other times I'm just totally winging it, depending on so maybe it depends on if they're paying you or not, right, or what you were doing right before that, or but I don't mind going up there with my phone, but I try to hide it. Like I try to hide it, or I try to print it out.
I think
so
that's
it seems
fair.
a little less like I'm searching
My
for something
guess
right now.
is, to Laura's original point, that they will not ask her again. And if they do ask her again, they'll say, hey, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Because we took too many calls on it. And we took too much
Was
heat on
she
it.
good?
Yeah, she was fine. And she's a good singer. And she's, she's on Broadway. So, there you go. All right, coming up next, What's Up, Fool? We'll get Laura in here. We'll get Brian in here. They're going to throw a bunch of stuff at us. At the top of the hour, Momo has written a story about what happened in Memphis with Taylor Jenkins getting fired the other day. And there are a couple guys at ESPN think that there's going to be fallout for that decision, and you'll be surprised at how they think it's going to manifest. We'll play that for you. And one NBA player, one ex-NBA player, thinks that he is the model for Bronny to make it in the NBA. We'll have that for you as well. First, let's talk trash. Food waste. Tossing your food scraps in the regular trash sends them to landfills where they release harmful gases like methane. Fight global warming by simply sorting your food scraps and placing them in your green bin. It's quick, easy, and helps protect the planet. If you're ready to do your part, visit cleanla.com or call 888-CLEAN-LA for more tips. This message funded by Cal Recycle. What's Up, Fool? Next, ESPN LA.
And don't forget to join Cappy, O'Shea Jackson Jr., and producer Lindsay for a special viewing of Monday Night Raw on April 7th at Hollywood Park Casino. There will be one grand prize, a pair of tickets to a WrestleMania in Las Vegas. RSVP for your spot at ESPNLA.com. Must be present to enter. Must be 21 years or older to enter. Park Party and Play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room, now open 24/7.
Join Cappy, O'Shea Jackson Jr., producer Lindsay, and I for a special Monday Night Raw watch party here at Hollywood Park Casino. You can win tickets to the biggest wrestling event in Las Vegas, plus a round-trip airfare and a one-night stay. You must be present to win and 21 years or older to enter. Park Party and Play here at Hollywood Park Casino.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that I probably glazed Tom Brady a little bit.
You definitely do.
Okay. Well, here.
There's nothing wrong with it, but you do.
The act of sucking up to someone, glazing, the act of sucking up to someone. Okay, but, okay, I accept that I glazed Tom Brady. Do you guys accept that you guys both glaze LeBron?
I don't.
Come on.
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
Is it time to downsize? Selling your home doesn't have to be a hassle. With Seller's Advantage, skip agents, commissions, and costly repairs. Get a fair, competitive cash offer without worrying about the details falling through. Chris Chavez, a real customer, says, quote, Seller's Advantage offered me more than I expected. The process was fast, easy, and much better than using a realtor. End quote. Call 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com for your free cash offer.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Who's cutting down the nets this year? Get in on all the tournament action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Go from tracking the latest upsets to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code USL to get started today. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Quarterback Jordan Love isn't just on Green Bay's team. He's also on the American Family Insurance team. Because like us, he believes in dreaming fearlessly.
Just chase your dreams and don't let nobody hold you back.
And we help protect those dreams with the right coverage so you can
dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
There's LeBron and Luka, the dynamic duo taking over the NBA.
I can't believe that we just had an assist, LeBron James to Luka Doncic.
But before that, there was the original duo, the OGs of LA Sports Radio.
Ireland has an idea. I do. I think it's stupid, but there are other ideas out there.
More Mason and Ireland right now.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's mezcal. Dos Hombres.
All right, thank you, Brian. And I want to know, have you lied today, John?
I'm not saying.
Oh, well.
But I have to before 2:30, right?
You do, because if you guess the lie of the day correctly, thanks to our friends at Rigor and Austin Reeves, you can get a qualifying prize, a $50 gift code to rigor.com. And then Friday, the grand prize winner can win a pair of Austin Reeves signed AR2s from 710 ESPN and Rigor, which John is nicely modeling for the YouTube.
I'm like a Price is Right
Yeah,
guy,
you are.
Laura, right
And they're
there.
great.
Just
They're
way worse looking than all the Price is Right.
Honestly, I feel like Brian, if there's anybody here that could rock those shoes, would be Brian or DeAndre.
Those do look like Brian Cohen shoes.
They do.
Yeah.
They definitely do. So if you guys want to be entered in Live the Day, make sure you're paying attention because John may or may have not lied already. And line up at 2:30 so you can be a qualifying winner. All right, guys, so I'll take this one first. John, you had this, and it really stuck out to me. There was an interesting dilemma from a Dear Abby.
Oh, Momo wants to do this story. Okay, good.
So I'm going to read it to you guys. It says, Dear Abby, my friend invites me to dinner often, and I keep coming up with a vague excuse about why I cannot come. The reason for my reluctance is her poor kitchen hygiene. The fridge always has old food and spillage, and her kitchen counters and sinks are littered with dirty dishes and leftovers. Cringe. She doesn't wash her hands before cooking either. Oh. I have helped her clean her kitchen many times while visiting, thinking she perhaps just needs guidance, but her old habits stick. It feels awkward and inappropriate to tell her the reason for my continuous cancellations. How would you proceed with this situation?
I think.
What did Abby say, by the way?
Oh, wait, well, let's
No,
all
for you
of
guys
us
first.
weigh in,
Yes,
and then
yes.
we'll see what Abby says.
Okay.
I'll go first here, and I think this is a difference between men and women.
Yeah.
Brian, tell me if you agree. No dude is ever taking that invite. You just go, you're a pig, man. I'm not going. I'm not going to your house.
I agree with
I'd
that,
rather
yes.
go to a restaurant. I'm not. But women, Roman, I think you would be hesitant to insult the other woman, wouldn't you?
Okay. So the reason I wanted to do this story is because
She
my
got a
college
friend.
roommate is like
Slob?
this. Slob.
Okay.
And like to the point where my mom, like when she would come visit us, she was just like, Ramona, I just can't. Like
And
you're-
you lived
it's
in a
so
place with a
gross.
kitchen?
No, we would have
Or is it like in your dorm room? She was
dorm
gross.
rooms.
Okay.
Okay. And so then when she's now a very successful doctor.
Okay.
She has 4 kids. And I like to the point where like she'd always be like, you can come stay with me. And I was like, oh, I don't know. Like, is that room, how often is that room clean? And so when I don't want to say anything because I know she feels bad about it, but I would oftentimes like find myself cleaning things around the house, like the bathroom a little,
Right.
or the kitchen. And
But
then finally,
what would you do in this situation?
So this is what I'm saying. I would basically just start making passive aggressive suggestions, like what I did with my roommate. I was just like, listen, you make enough money. Like you gotta take some of this off your plate.
See,
hire a cleaning crew.
You're being
you
way
shouldn't
too
be
nice.
doing this all the time.
If a guy said to me or Brian, hey, I'm making dinner tomorrow night. You want to come over? I'll make dinner for everybody. I'd go, I'm not coming to your house, man. You don't wash your hands. You're a slob. I'll meet you at a restaurant. But Laura, my sense is that you and Ramona and my wife Lisa would all have issues being that direct with another woman.
Yes and no. It depends on the relationship you have because
how close you are.
I have friends. Luckily, my friends are not like that. But I have friends where there's things that, we need to address or whatever, and I am very direct. So, yeah, I don't have friends that are slobs like this. We all get a little messy. Life gets tough sometimes, and, we're busy.
Yeah.
And our apartments aren't as neat and tidy as we would want them to be. But this is disgusting. For you to not wash your hands when you're cooking, for your fridge.
Yeah.
If you open I never just open people's fridge. That's not a me thing. My mom always taught me you ask or they open it for you. But, I let people rampage through my apartment. Like, yo, when you're here, mi casa es su casa. Open the fridge if you want something.
All right, what did Abby say?
Abby said, you aren't going to change her. The way to handle this would be to invite her over to your place for dinner, agree to have your meals at a restaurant, or bring carry-out to her place.
Well, that's what I'm
saying. What I'm doing.
Yeah, that is a good. But
Very
Lisa,
AI.
Yeah, Lisa and I always have conversations about how
Ooh.
she's afraid to tell somebody, one of her friends, something, and I said, why are women like this? Guys just say it.
No, I say it.
Yeah, on the outside.
Also, this looks like a very AI answer.
Yeah.
I don't think
well,
this
maybe
is really
maybe
Abby.
dear Abby is AI at
gosh,
this
what
point.
if she is?
You never know.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna put that you send in your email. I'm gonna put it into ChatGPT and
see what
they
comes
say.
up. All right, what do you got, Brian?
What's up, food?
All right, so one of these national days is a National DIY Day, do it yourself per se.
Okay.
And as Momo said, get somebody to hire to clean your house kind of deal like that. That person needs that. But is there anything that you refuse to pay for that you will always do yourself? Building furniture from IKEA, stuff like that.
No, Laura knows what I'm going to say. Laundry.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Nobody
right,
does the
yes.
laundry except me. And the reason I mentioned Laura is once I ruined a pair of Laura's pants. It's like the only time
I
it's
felt
ever
so
happened.
bad that he paid for 'em.
I pride myself in. I've always said to everyone that I work with, hey, if you ever have a stain, you can't get it out, give it to me. I consider it a personal challenge. I stopped doing it after I ruined Laura's pants. She had popcorn oil on a pair of pants. She was at the movies. She goes, hey, John, I've tried everything. I can't get this out. Give it to me. I got it. And I ruined her pants. I felt so bad I bought her another pair of pants.
He did.
But that's the one for me. Are you good with doing yours, or is Nevin?
I do a lot of things myself. I'm good at assembling furniture. I like to do things in my garden. But I would say, like, I have hired an organizer, okay? And it was when I was pregnant with Jacob, and I remember feeling like...
So you already had Daniel.
Right. I already had one kid. And I felt like there's something about, like, women, we nest. When we're
Just
pregnant
keep
and stuff.
things.
And we were coming out of COVID. I was like 2021, 2022. And I was like, there's a new baby coming to this house. We got to clean the house. And once you invite someone into your house to do that level of organizing, it's kind of nothing off limits. Like, you go through all the stuff in your bathroom. You go through she found my stash.
Right.
She found all the things.
Stash?
The weed pills, the edibles, all this stuff.
Yeah.
She's like, hey, I found your stash. I'm like, oh, okay, we're doing this. Okay.
Well, since I met Chris Ward, my stash is always it's concurrent. He keeps giving me stuff, which is great.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think that I have paid people to work in my yard. I've paid people to clean my house. Like, at some point, it's a bandwidth thing. And then there's the uncomfortability, like literally my friend I told you about, she goes, I have to clean my house before the housekeeper comes. I go,
See, I would never do that. That's another thing only a girl would do.
Yeah.
If I hire somebody to come clean my house is a mess, have at it, man.
Yeah.
Brian, are you good doing yourself stuff?
Yes, there's a part of me that if there's something that I can do, I can't.
You don't want to pay money for it.
Yeah, I just can't pay money.
Do you wash your own car or do you go to a car wash? Or do you not deal with washing your car?
I will go as long as I go before I wash my car, but I'll go to a car wash.
Yeah. Laura, how about you? Are you good? Do it yourself or no?
I am really good. I feel like I'm a very crafty person, and I'll look at do-it-yourself videos, like whether it's artsy stuff, and I can do it. It's all about time. I don't have the time to do it. It's a lot.
So
exactly.
We all know someone who would not do anything himself,
Yes.
and that person is Steve Mason because Juan, his partner, does all of it. And Mason will be the first. But he says Steve Mason Inc. is run by Juan.
That's right.
Yeah, because he keeps all the trains on time.
What's up, Foo? All right, guys. So I saw this story about a woman that went mega viral because she's going around sharing good news. She'll post clips, narrate over them, and they're all good news, no bad news. And I feel like in a time where we are right now, the more good news we have, the better. But the internet's torn because some people are saying oh, I don't care for this. This is all hoopla. It's ruining my timeline. And then other people are no, I need more of this because I see a lot of negativity on social media. So are you guys in on sharing good news on social media? Do you guys welcome those videos or you guys kind of look past them?
I think the one description you said, some people look at it and go, no, social media is too negative. Ramona and I both hear from a lot of people on social media. It is so indescribably negative that I don't even know if I could accurately paint a picture of the hate that's out there. And so any feel-good video, feel-good story, feel-good anything, I would welcome.
I agree. And, I mean, it depends on how it's presented, right? I'm not there are definitely the be blessed people, I've been blessed.
Hashtag blessed, hashtag hope, hashtag good day.
Good morning, it's whatever.
Like Pepe and his
here's
flowers.
all the things I'm doing, Pepe does that. But see, Pepe, I feel like it's
But I
super
love it.
genuine.
I love
he's
it.
not he's not flexing, he's not showing off, he's just a happy guy. And so I'm okay with that. But if you're doing it in a flexy way, then I think the internet turns on you, and it's all about the caption. It's all about how you do it.
Right.
Right?
I welcome. Brian, how about you?
Yeah.
You okay with feel-good stories?
Yeah, I got to see more of it. There's something I won't scroll past it. I'll actually watch this.
And there's a couple of videos when you're helping or this week is Autism Awareness Month, and I have an autistic kid. The stories that are coming out are great. I can't get enough of them. So I would encourage people to send good news.
Yeah.
Because there's so much bad news.
Okay, I have a question. How do you feel about people posting their workouts?
I wouldn't do it, but Mace would.
I crossed that bridge because my trainer likes to film us, and initially I was like, oh, I don't know, that's not something I would post myself. But when I just repost her, it feels different. And then all these people were like, hey, I like your workout videos. I get ideas from that. And I remember when my friend, I have a friend named Elsa, she used to do this all the time, but she does her own. She does hey, this is what I'm doing. And she said, some people don't like it because it feels like I'm showing off I have such a great body. But I was like, no, I like it. It's inspirational to me. And if you're doing it in the right way, I like it.
Yeah, don't mind it at all.
Yeah.
All right, somebody got one more?
I got one more for you here. So Carmelo Anthony, first ballot selected to the Naismith Hall of Fame today. 10 All-Star appearances, 6 All-NBA, 19 seasons, 3 Olympic gold medalists. Before the show, I was listening to ESPN, and they were kind of talking about Carmelo, where he ranks, all-time scorers. A couple of them said he's the best pure scorer in all-time, NBA history.
Right.
Where does Carmelo Anthony's legacy now as a first-ballot Hall of Famer sit with you?
You know who once said that to me? That Carmelo's the best pure scorer in the history of the league? Kobe Bryant.
Really?
Loved him.
Wow.
Yeah, thought he was an automatic bucket.
Okay.
I think Carmelo is a top 10 scorer, but he didn't really have other parts to his game. But he was so good at scoring, and he was an automatic bucket that I figured he would go in first ballot.
So I can tell this story now, okay, because many years have passed. Do you remember when Carmelo, the Lakers recruited Carmelo as a free agent?
Right.
And he ended up going back to New York on a 5-year deal because the Lakers could only offer him 4 or whatever it was. I remember talking to Kobe about it, and I was like, do you think he can win? Like, is he a winner? He hasn't won before in the NBA. And Kobe said he did it in college, so you know it's in there. And
well,
I think
I think Brian said he had 3 gold medals. I thought he had 4.
Yeah. And I think that's really hard because we look at his career and we go, great score, didn't win a ring. And Kobe was right. Like, he had it in him. And I often thought this about Carmelo. If you put Carmelo in a different situation, how different their career would be. Like, I think this about Steph Curry and Dame Lillard. Small guards, good shooters, really good. But Steph was on the team with Klay Thompson and Draymond with the Warriors, and that was built around him. And Dame just never had the right people around him. He never had the right teammate. If he had a Klay, how would Dame have? If the Warriors drafted Dame instead of the, right? I thought that about Kobe and Carmelo. If the Lakers had drafted Carmelo and not Kobe, how different would his career have been?
Yeah, fair enough. I always thought it would be weird to switch Kobe and Tim Duncan and see if they would have had the careers. Because Kobe was meant to play in L.A., and Tim was meant to play for a guy like Greg Popovich who hates the media.
Right.
So I thought those guys ended up in the right spot.
Yeah.
Here's an amazing Carmelo story that remember Mike D'Antoni coached us for a while, and his brother Dan. They're great guys. Yeah. So a lot of stories would make the way out of us. So remember when Jeremy Lin went off? Insanity for like 2 weeks. The reason he was able to do that was that Carmelo was out with an injury.
Yep.
So Carmelo comes back. And Jeremy Lin dribbles down the floor and passes it to the wing to Carmelo. And Carmelo dribbles out the whole shot clock and jacks up a 3. So they come down. Same thing happens again. Same exact scenario. Comes down, jacks up a 3. And then Carmelo gets fouled on the second one. He's at the free throw line. And Jeremy Lin walks over to the bench. He goes to Mike, and he goes, Coach. He goes, Carmelo's not running the plays. I'm giving him the ball, and he's just dribbling out the clock and shooting it. I'm gonna quit giving him the ball. I'm gonna throw it to somebody else. This offense is stagnant.
Yeah.
I told him to pass the ball. He's not doing it. And Mike D'Antoni goes, Jeremy, if you do that, if you dribble down the floor and you throw the ball to people other than Carmelo, 2 things are gonna happen. You're gonna get traded, and I'm gonna get fired.
Yeah.
And he goes, Jeremy then looks at Mike D'Antoni. He goes, I got you, Coach. I got your back. Don't worry about it. And Mike walks down to Dan, his brother. He goes, put your house on the market. We're screwed. And that's exactly what happened at the end of the year.
Wow.
Jeremy Lin went to Houston.
Yep.
And Mike D'Antoni got fired.
That's right.
That just shows you how, when you got a guy like Carmelo who's that good, he stirs the drink.
Yep.
When he was here, he was great.
Yeah.
I
that
thought,
was later in his career.
Yeah, I thought that it was really fun to cover him, and I'm happy.
Yeah.
I love have you guys seen the commercial where he gets the statue revealed? Jim Boeheim. It's a commercial for AT&T, and Jim Boeheim is there. He goes, I present to you the Carmelo Anthony statue, and they lift the cover off the statue, and it's so tiny you can't even see it. And there's a guy on the side clapping, going, breathtaking, fantastic. And it's to Wade. And Wade goes, Mini Mello. And Carmelo looks at Wade and goes, shut up, man, stop. He goes, Mini Mello statue.
Did Carmelo come to
beautiful.
Dwayne's statue unveiling?
Yeah, well, it's making fun of the Wade statue.
Oh,
so
my
it was
God.
really good. All right, coming up next.
Oh.
I don't know why, but the topic of Bronny James is very polarizing. Some people think shouldn't be in the NBA. Other people think actually watch him play. He's good. I'm going to play one NBA player for you who says Bronny's on his way to the NBA, and I know how he's going to do it. That's coming up next. Mason in Ireland, Momo in for Mace, ESPN LA.
Tune in all this week to Mason and Ireland, the Riggerer Lie of the Day giveaway. ESPN LA and Riggerer are giving you the chance to win a signed pair of AR2s from Austin Reeves. Each day, Monday through Thursday, listen to Mason and Ireland to catch the Lie of the Day. If you're correct, you'll qualify for the grand prize and win a $50 gift card code to Riggerer.com. Friday, one lucky qualifier will win the grand prize. A signed pair of AR2s from Austin Reeves. Don't miss your shot. Listen, call in and win. Rigger, where performance meets passion. Tune in all this week to Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN.
The LPGA Tour returns to Los Angeles for the JM Eagle LA Championship, presented by Plastpro, April 17th through the 20th at El Caballero Country Club. Come watch 144 of the world's best female golfers, including standout LPGA superstar Nelly Korda and back-to-back champion Hannah Green. Tickets start at just $25. First responders, military, kids under 18, and those affected by the Eaton and Palisades fires get in free. Get your tickets today at jmeaglelachampionship.com. HomeTeam.com.
50 years at full speed. It's going to be an epic celebration at the 50th anniversary Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach this April 11th through the 13th. It starts with the always exciting lineup: Indy cars, IMSA sports cars, Robbie Gordon's high-flying trucks, and drifting, along with the first ever historic Formula Exhibition event featuring all 3 eras of racing at the Grand Prix: Formula 5000, Formula One, and Indy cars, all on track at the same time. A very special sight and sound for everyone to experience. Plus the huge Lifestyle Expo, Family Fun Zone, Mother's Exotic Car Paddock, and 2 exciting concerts: DJ duo Dubs on Friday night, presented by Acura, and Rock and Roll Hall of Fame band Foreigner on Saturday night, presented by Cuervo Tequila. Fun for the whole family. April 11th through the 13th. Tickets and more information at gplb.com. Come and join the celebration.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, millions of men experience ED, but not everyone can access or afford treatments like Viagra. At HIMSS, our own board-certified urologist, Dr. Peter Stahl, knows this better than anyone, and he knows that HIMSS can help.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, Senior Vice President of Men's Sexual Health at HIMSS. I've helped many guys with ED, and it has never been more convenient to treat than it is right now, thanks to HIMSS.
Through HIMSS.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs. Options at up to 95% less than the brand names when you get started at hims.com/joy. To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% less than brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. And our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Our steamed vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you, from sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station.
Mason and Ireland on LA's mega sports station.
Oh my, am I really on Mason and Ireland show?
Yes.
This is a great moment. Hey.
Right now, more of Mason and Ireland on 710.
Today it's Momo and Ireland. It's Momo's game today. Is your game any good?
I think so.
Okay.
I did it about the night in the NBA last night.
Okay. So we had that coming up before that at 2:30 Lie of the Day. If you think you know what I've lied about, or maybe I haven't lied yet, you have to keep listening. If you can identify my lie, you win a $50 gift certificate from Rigor.com. That's Austin Reeves' shoe company. And then on Friday, you'll be one of 4 people. You get a 25% chance to win an autographed pair of Austin Reeves' shoes if you can identify the lie of the day. Now, you and I have not talked about this, but I've had this conversation with most people. I, for the life of me, do not understand the Bronny hate. Maybe it's because I'm too close to the situation. I see him. I see how well-liked he is by his teammates. I see how hard he's working. I've seen him make 15 threes in a row. He's had some really good G League games. He had a 39-point game a couple of weeks ago. But for whatever reason, whether it be because of nepotism or they don't like LeBron, or a lot of people in the media think he's getting special treatment just because he's LeBron's kid. I will not dispute the fact that he probably doesn't get drafted if he's not LeBron's kid. But I would also argue that if Shohei Ohtani had a boy next year, his wife's pregnant, I'd draft that kid for 20 years before the draft.
Yeah.
Just on a roll. But Patrick Beverley, who I've always kind of liked, we had him for a while. He's an irritant, Patrick Beverley, but he's the type of guy that if he's on your team, you love him. And if he's on the other team, you hate him. Like Dylan Brooks is a modern day Patrick Beverley. He was on his podcast, and somebody asked him, why do you think Bronny can make it in the NBA? And I was surprised what Pat Bev said. Here it is.
You think that Bronny James gets any minutes on the Lakers in the playoffs?
I think
he gets in while the Lakers are up 20 or down 20.
That's mop up.
Wait. I'm not done. He plays well. They throw him in the next game. I think he's a game changer.
Do you think that he has the size and the rebounding ability to affect the game? Obviously, he can affect the offensive
You can't
shooting
tell a
and
person
scoring.
his size. That question, I'm his size. Like, yeah, I think he can impact winning. Yes, he plays well in the minutes he's given. I think that's his coming out party. That was my coming out party. Wrong, right? I was put in the game to play defense. I got in the game, I don't know, second, third sub. I got a layup. I hit a three. Next game, I started. I think our playing styles are a little similar. At our size, we can harass the ball. We can play off the ball. We can shoot the spot. We can push it in transition. We can build pace. In the beginning of my career, that led to me getting on the court defense-wise, and defense allowed my offense to show a little bit. Obviously, when I went to the G League, I averaged 15, 8 and 8. The G League was extremely easy, which is it's easy for him also. But I think in the NBA, he's going to be one of those guys that needs to learn how to play pick and roll, make the right plays out of pick and roll, pick up 94, hit the spot three. Anything extra, smack on the ass.
All right, what do you think?
You know, he's not wrong. Like, this is what Bronny needs to project to be. Like, so I've heard Gary Payton, the second comps, you know. I think Pat's probably a better comp because every time I see Bronny, I keep thinking how small he is. Like, he's small
right.
guard.
Yeah, he's not as tall as LeBron.
Right. So Gary Payton is bigger than Pat Bev. Pat Bev's a small guard. And that's the niche he's going to have to carve out. And I think I'm with you, John. Like, I'm okay with the Bronny nepotism. Fine. But I do think there comes a point when he will have to earn his spot.
Well, it's like we've had this conversation in several forms.
Yeah.
Your name or your connections can get you in the door.
Right.
This happens a lot in Hollywood.
Yeah.
You know, Kate Hudson's a good example of this. She's Goldie Hawn's daughter. She probably doesn't get that part in Almost Famous if she's not Goldie Hawn's daughter. But she got the part, and she killed it.
Yeah.
And now she's got her own career. And she's been the lead in 5 or 6 movies, and they've all been good.
So if Bronny does, I'm going to give him a couple of years, a year or two. You know, he had a 4-year deal, right? So he's got time to grow and develop and all that. And the only misstep I think he's made throughout this is he kind of hasn't acknowledged the way he got there, right? He kind of just says, all I focus on is working hard. But what do you want him to say? That's just I don't know. Deep down inside, I'm sure he knows that he got this job because his dad is LeBron and et cetera, and he's had all these advantages. But I think he understands that is only going to go so far.
Right.
Like, he's got to earn it.
Mason and I have had these examples laid out before. We've had this I've never had it with you, but Mason and I have talked about it before, and I've used these other names I'm going to mention as examples. If you don't think there's nepotism in every business, you're not paying attention.
Every business.
And what I've learned is nepotism gets you in the door, but if you don't perform, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
I'll give you a good example and a bad example. Here's an example of Jack Collinsworth. Okay, Chris Collinsworth's son. Because he's Chris Collinsworth's son, NBC gave him Notre Dame football.
It's a big deal.
A pretty big deal. He wasn't ready. He did it for 2 years. Now he's out. Okay, he got in the door because his last name is Collinsworth. Now, he could reinvent. You know, people forget Al Michaels got fired after 8 games as the Laker analyst.
Yeah.
Chick Hearn and Al couldn't work it out, probably because Chick was too demanding. And then Al went on to become a Hall of Fame broadcaster. Yep. And here's a great example of somebody that got in the door because of their name, and it's probably going to exceed his father. Noah Eagle.
He's amazing.
He's really, really good. Noah was at Syracuse. He wants to follow in his dad's Ian's footsteps, calling college games at Syracuse, and the Clippers say, you know what? Let's take a flyer on this kid. He's got a famous name. Maybe he'll be good. He goes to the Clippers and kills it. And now he's the lead voice for NBC. He did the Olympics, men and women. Yeah. And Noah's like 26, and he's great.
He's great.
You know, I mentioned Kate Hudson. I mentioned Joe Buck.
Yep.
You know, Joe Buck is fantastic. Like, you know, some people, like Mason always jokes, he hates the Dodgers. Yeah. He doesn't. Joe hears that from every fan base.
Yeah, which means he's good.
Yeah. And arguably, Joe has exceeded his dad, and his dad's in the Hall of Fame. Joe got a chance because his last name is Buck.
Right.
He killed it because of his talent and made his own niche. So that's what Bronny's going to have to do.
How many people go up to you that you meet, whether it's through your kid's school or socially or whatever, And it's I got a kid who wants to be you, do what you do
All
the time.
Yeah.
And I get it. And I have like little things. I will do like one call, or I'll do, because you asked me, I'll try to do it. I try to be good. And then it's just kind of on you. Like, you either follow up with me, you impress me in that call. Like, I did a call the other day with somebody at ESPN who's a young reporter on an NFL team, and I was like, one of my questions that I always ask people, and I can tell if they're serious or not, are, okay, you say you want to write and do the kind of stories that I do. Which story that I wrote did you like? Give me
and
a
if
name.
they don't have an answer to that, they're
Done.
not taking it
No,
seriously.
not serious.
Yeah.
That means you just saw me on TV and you think you want to be on TV
Right.
too. But this kid I talked to, he was, I really like that story you did on Clay last year in free agency, and I noticed about the golf course and and he had like the details. And I was like, okay, that's a good start.
Yeah.
Not because not for vanity. Like, it's just like if you're gonna ask, if you want me to help you, I can help you, and I can tell you how do you get that kind of reporting. How do you look for those kind of stories? But I'm not going to just try to make a call and get you a job if you don't impress me.
I can't tell you how many times somebody has been given an opportunity and they've let it slip because they thought all they had to do was show up.
Yep.
It doesn't work that way.
No.
You may get opportunity. And by the way, if you're one of these people that cries nepotism at every term and says, well, Bronny's costing some other guy. Bronny was the 55th pick in the draft.
Yeah.
He's performing above and beyond what the 55th pick normally does. He's better than where he got drafted. But he won't make it in the NBA unless he makes it on his own. LeBron got him in the door.
Yeah.
And that's all LeBron.
And he gave him he's got a long runway here.
Right. And so I'm actually encouraged by the way
too.
he's playing and the way he's behaving. And I'm a little biased here because he's a great kid and I'm around him and I get to see him.
Yeah.
But people painting him in this corner as being a bad guy or an opportunist or somebody that's born with a silver spoon. No, he's working. He's working every day. All right, coming up next, Dalton Connect has an interesting new partnership. It's with a restaurant, and it got me to thinking, if you could pick your own corporate partnership, so you'd be paid to endorse this product and I assume get this product for free.
Yeah.
What would you pick? We'll explain next coming up. Lie of the day at 2:30. Momo's Game of Games at 2:40. ESPN LA.
The stage is set at BMO Stadium for one of the biggest soccer matches of the year.
BMO Stadium is rocking for the...
Join Kathy, O'Shea Jackson Jr., producer Lindsay, and I for a special Monday Night Raw watch party here at Hollywood Park Casino. You can win tickets to the biggest wrestling event in Las Vegas, plus a round-trip airfare and a one-night stay. You must be present to win and 21 years or older to enter. Park Party and Play here at Hollywood Park Casino.
10 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room. Now open 24/7. Enjoy Century Bar and Grill's flavorful menu for lunch or late night dinners. Catch up with friends on game days while watching your favorite teams, or unwind and enjoy live music and crafted cocktails inside the Rays Lounge. Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, located next to SoFi Stadium, the Forum, and the all-new Intuit Dome. Hollywood Park Casino must be 21 plus to enter. For more info, go to playhpc.com.
We've all heard mortgage rates have finally moved down. So if you've gotten a mortgage in the last 2 years, contact the Loan Exchange to check on lowering your mortgage payment. Today, the Loan Exchange is offering a 30-year fixed free closer loan at 5.99% rate and APR. That's right, there are no closing costs. Wow! You can lower your monthly payment without increasing your loan balance. Isn't it worth a few minutes of your time to find out how much the Loan Exchange can lower your payment? By the way, if rates go down further next year, you can do the same thing again without any closing costs. Call the Loan Exchange at 855-752-9944 or go to theloanexchange.com for a free closer 30-year fixed rate and APR of 5.99%. NMLS 1637539. Loan subject to credit approval. See website for licensing information, loan terms and conditions. Equal housing lender. Call 855-752-9944 or visit theloanexchange.com.
The most followed sports radio station in the world.
In the world. That's right. In the world.
710 ESPN.
You know it.
Yeah, tell your friends.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
We're naturally entertaining.
Yes.
LA's mega sports station. 710 ESPN.
Ticket Thursday on ESPN LA. We're giving you a chance to experience all the wonder of SeaWorld San Diego on us. From up-close encounters with orcas and dolphins to the all-new Jewels of the Sea exhibit featuring awe-inspiring jellyfish. There's more to explore than ever before. Plus, set sail on a flavorful journey at the Seven Seas Food Festival. Tune in this Thursday for your cue to call and win a family 4-pack of tickets to SeaWorld San Diego. SeaWorld San Diego. Open your world to something amazing.
ZipRecruiter is the place. ZipRecruiter is the place for talented teachers, savvy software developers, and master mixologists. ZipRecruiter is the place where you meet all these people and more. That's because ZipRecruiter is the place for job seekers who are looking for new opportunities. In fact, ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day, so you can find the right candidates right away. It's no wonder that ZipRecruiter is the place for skilled skydiving instructors, accomplished airbrush artists, and proficient pediatricians. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter to hire, you're missing out. ZipRecruiter is the place that's so confident it can make your hiring easier that it lets you try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. So if you want the right candidates for all your roles, ZipRecruiter is the place to go. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Mason, Ireland, on 710 ESPN.
Shohei Ohtani and I have something in common.
No, you don't.
Yes, we do.
I don't believe
we do.
Does he call in sick a lot?
No.
Okay.
Right now, more of Mason and Ireland on 710.
Every month, I found a girl my parents love. She'll come and stay the night.
Who's this? Benson Boone. The one who did the flip off the stage, off the Grammys.
Cool. Guy's got a great voice. Okay, Mason and Ireland, Momo information. We got Lie of the Day coming up. Laura thinks she knows.
I do.
Ramona thought she knew, and she was wrong.
Yeah,
so
Momo.
during the break, Laura, come in here. I'll tell you if you're right or wrong.
Okay.
That's coming up at 2:30. So I guess I kind of just gave away that I've already lied, but that's okay.
Well, we're pretty close to it anyway.
Yeah. Okay, so I read this yesterday, and I thought about all of us. Dalton Connect has announced a partnership with El Pollo Loco. Okay, which I think is a really cool one to have. So basically, he's not paying whenever he goes to El Pollo Loco, or I mean, he could get as much of it as he wants, whenever he needs it. Ramona, if I said to you, you can have an endorsement deal with any company, but you get to pick the company.
Okay.
What would you pick?
When I was in my college years, my answer would have been Baskin-Robbins because I was really into
Good answer.
Baskin-Robbins, and I take my kids there all the time now too, and I got their cappuccino blast. But I think if we're just going for like, where do I eat all the time, and what do I really like? I think I gotta go with the Juicy Ladies. I go there all the time, man. That's my spot.
The juice place?
Yeah, my Juicy Ladies. There's a couple of locations around LA. And it's kind of my brand now. Like, I don't know, I'm into their smoothies and I like their healthy food and all that stuff. And like, it's pretty expensive too. So it would help me out.
All right, Laura, you get an endorsement deal with any company, but you get to pick the company. Who are you picking?
I love shoes.
Okay.
So I've been decked out in Adidas for the past few weeks, so I would pick Adidas.
That's not bad.
Free shoes, free swag. Let's go.
Is this common knowledge? Do you guys know this, that Adidas is headquartered at U.S. headquarters is in Portland, just like Nike?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
so there's an
Nike.
Adidas employee store up there that we're allowed to go into. Brian, how about you?
Going the Dalton route. I'm going to go food company, In-N-Out. Let me get sponsored by In-N-Out.
In-N-Out's great,
I
man.
love their logo, too, with all the palm trees. I would wear their stuff. Oh, yeah.
There you go. Okay, so...
very on brand right there.
Well, speaking of on brand, originally I thought I want to deal with Apple because I use an Apple phone and I use an iPad and I use all the Apple. Mason uses even more Apple products than I do, but that's kind of everybody would want to deal with Apple. So Kobe, when he was alive, had a deal with Turkish Airlines.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
And he could fly anywhere in the world on Turkish Airlines, and he didn't have to pay. What I want,
That's pretty good.
What I want is Wheels Up. Wheels Up is the private jet company that you can
that's great.
and you can fly Wheels Up anywhere. And so the ad campaign could be like, "Hey John, where are you going?" "I don't know. Where do you want to go?" "Let's go to Hawaii." "Wheels Up."
Oh, I like it.
Hey John, where do you want to go?" "There's a great game in New York tonight." "Wheels Up."
Wow.
Just keep it different. So that's what I'd want. I'd want a Wheels Up deal.
Do they have like advertising? Do they?
Yeah.
They have who's their person?
Well, no, Clay Thompson had a deal with Wheels Up for a while, but I live right by a really good singer.
Okay.
That's a soloist, a guitar player. A guy named Kelly James. Check him out. Really good.
Okay.
And KJ has a deal with Wheels Up. And so when he goes to all these private gigs, he always takes Wheels Up. Wheels Up also sponsors the ESPN guest picker on College Game Day.
All right.
So they'll fly the guest picker in for free, and in return, the College Game Day guys, they'll take pictures of the Wheels Up jet pulling up to the tarmac, and so that's who I'd want it with.
Yeah, you're getting a lot more bang for the buck than my juicy ladies. Yeah.
Well, but it's
I'm getting smoothies. You're getting free.
But you have little kids, so you would get a juice every day. I'm not going to get on a plane every day.
Yeah, that's true.
And Brian, you probably would go to In-N-Out 4 times a week.
That's right. Yes, I would.
You could figure it out that way. So the. And by the way, good for Dalton Connect to start. That's the difference between being a rookie on another team and being the rookie on the Lakers. Dalton Connect plays 10 minutes a game, and he already has an endorsement deal. You look at guys on other teams that play way more than he does, and they're not getting an endorsement deal.
Right.
It's one of the benefits, or Austin Reeves having this Rigor deal. It's one of the perks of playing for the Lakers in Los Angeles.
Yeah, Dalton wouldn't have got that if he played for the Hornets.
Right.
That trade went through.
If the trade went through. Okay, so I wanted to throw this one at you, too. Have you guys seen this story about the sorority girl in Georgia who was pulled over twice for speeding in 10 minutes?
Really?
What?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So, this girl is a sorority girl in Georgia, and she's attractive. And so she gets pulled over and arrested, and there are websites that just put mugshots up on the internet.
That's great.
So her mugshot made it to one of these websites, and now she's famous. It would be the equivalent of the Hawk Tua girl.
Yeah, okay.
Remember that?
Okay.
So, matter of fact, I'll show you a picture of her. And so here's the question. Do you accept the fact, because it's true, that really good-looking people have almost unlimited advantages? She's going to be famous because of this. And all it was she got arrested, and they posted her mugshot. This is her mugshot.
Oh, yeah.
So cute girl.
Yeah, cute girl.
Everybody's like, hey, what's her story?
Yeah.
Just like with the Hawk Tua girl.
Yeah.
She gets arrested.
The Hawk Tua girl was not as hot, though.
No.
She's just funny. That was
Right.
that whole story is just...
She's had her 15 minutes
unique,
of fame.
Yeah.
But now this
she
girl...
went in on some weird crypto meme coin thing. And
this girl's going to get 15 minutes of fame just because I guarantee you somebody's going to
there's
offer
gonna
her
be a
some
meme coin
type of deal.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the outside. Do you accept that? Do
Yes.
you buy or not buy that
Buy it.
really good-looking people have almost unlimited advantages?
Yes. They really do.
And if you don't, by the way, if you can fight that all you want.
Yeah, it's just the way of the world.
Yeah. I mean, as somebody who came out of TV news.
Yeah.
I mean, look at most TV newscasts. Young, attractive woman, older man.
Yeah.
Every single time.
And, I mean, but even in any walk of life, like if you're in pharmaceutical sales, if you're, if you work as a waiter, if you work like people get, I think they've done studies on all of this. Like hot waiters get better tips. It's not even, you know what I mean? Like hot salespeople sell more things. Like it's just the way of the world.
And what'll be interesting is to see what she does with this fame. Like what she does next.
There are
if she's
marketing
not in jail.
agents. There are marketing agents who are already calling her, I'm sure. Just like the Hawk Tua girl. They're going to get
trying
them
to
brand
cash in
deals.
on her 15 minutes of fame.
She's having a documentary.
Who is?
The Hawk Tua girl.
Oh God, really?
Yeah.
Bill Maher put her on his podcast for an hour.
Wow.
Yeah,
she wasn't all that interesting, but I found the fact that she's a great example of only in America.
Yeah.
I mean, who was that? That one guy that shot the insurance, the head of the insurance company, and now he's in jail, and like girls are writing marriage proposals to him in jail.
Oh my God!
I mean, it's just crazy. But it's true.
Yeah.
If you're really good looking, get ahead. Okay, so it's time for lie of the day. Ramona missed it. Laura thinks Brian, do you think you know?
I have no idea. No, I had you the other day. I got it right, but today stumped.
All right. If you think you know what I lied about, call now. 877-710-ESPN. 877-710-3776. If you have the correct lie of the day, you'll win a qualifying prize of a $50 gift card code to Rigorer.com. That's Rigorer. Those are the people that make Austin Reeves' shoes. On Friday, we'll give away the grand prize, which is a pair of signed AR2s, the actual shoes that Austin wears. He signed them, and we're going to give them to somebody. But you got to qualify by winning one of these days during the week. So you got today and tomorrow to listen. We will give away a $50 gift card to Rigorer.com and enter you for the grand prize if you can identify my lie of the day next. Momo Informace, I'm John Ireland, ESPN LA.
It's the ultimate wrestling experience and your chance to win tickets to WrestleMania. 2 chances to win. Go to ESPNLA.com right now and register to be there Monday afternoon with O'Shea Jackson Jr., Cappy, producer Lindsay Baseball, and me at Hollywood Park Casino, broadcasting live from 3 to 6 p.m. Double your chances to win WrestleMania tickets in Vegas. Just go to ESPNLA.com right now and click the ultimate wrestling experience. Sucker. Bang!
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256 or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game, avnergatt.com.
Laker fans, game day just got better. Meet your new go-to snack, BB Go, the official game day snack of the Lakers. When it's time to cheer your team on, fuel up with something delicious. With BB Go, you get mouth-watering Korean snacks and meals in minutes. Whether you're hosting a watch party or relaxing solo, BB Go makes it easy to enjoy authentic, bold flavors without any effort. Keep your freezer stocked with BB Go's delicious range, like their mandu, the largest, juiciest dumplings you'll find anywhere. Full of savory fillings and crispy on the outside, they're perfect for game time. And remember, BB Go just isn't about great snacks. It's about a whole new level of flavor. It's minimum effort, maximum taste, every time. Find BB Go in the freezer aisle of all major grocery stores. Grab your BB Go, get ready for the game, and make every day delicious. BB Go, making the whole world more delicious, one bite at a time.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother got life insurance from Ethos, and it only took 10 minutes. And he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
Whether you're building a single roof or a successful roofing business, roofing contractors like you need the right tools for the job, and software is no exception. Service Titan is on a mission to be the most powerful software platform for the trades, with purpose-built technology proven to maximize revenue, streamline operations, and deliver 5-star customer experiences. We are taking roofing companies like yours to the next level and beyond. Service Titan, we are built for this. See what we can do for roofers at servicetitan.com.
Mason and Ireland on LA's mega sports station.
I'm going to come out with something right here. I don't work as hard as John Ireland and have no
interest in it.
Right now, more of Mason and Ireland on 710.
All right, lie of the day brought to you by Riggerer. We're going to give away a $50 gift certificate to Riggerer.com if you identify my lie today, and you qualify for the grand prize, which is a pair of signed AR2s. If you're watching on YouTube, I am now holding them up. A pair of pink and yellow, very attractive Riggerer shoes. AR2s designed by Austin Reeves. Okay, so let's see whether or not you guys can figure it out. First out of the gate is Javier. Javier, what did I lie about?
John, I believe you lied about your Lionel Richie story, going to dinner.
That is what Ramona thought. That, I'm sorry, is true. I walked in and Lionel Richie was sitting in my college girlfriend's apartment. Totally true story. Let's go to Gabriel on line 7. Gabriel, you're on ESPN LA. What's the lie of the day?
John, I'm sorry. I had the same one. I don't know
okay.
what the lie of the day is. I had the Lionel Richie.
All right,
That's
no
what I
worries.
thought.
All right, so if you had the Lionel Richie lie, hang up and give somebody else a chance, unless you have another guess. Let's go to line 8, Brian. Billy Ray in Huntington Beach. Hey, Billy Ray, what's the lie of the day?
I think you suddenly reported that the Dodgers had 7 consecutive division titles, but it's actually 8.
No, I don't remember saying that today, but that wasn't it. All right, let's go to Amanda. Amanda, what's the lie of the day?
I think it's when you said LeBron didn't remember names.
No, he did. That story I told about Jeff Phelps was a true story. LeBron, I didn't say he doesn't remember names, but sometimes, like he called you Shelly and, got it confused. Let's go to the top, Brian. Jerry in Alhambra. Hey, Jerry, you know the lie of the day?
Yeah, I think it was when you said you ran into Lionel Richie and he asked you to go to dinner.
Yeah, no, that's not the one. Okay, I'll give it. Here's a hint, since we've had 5 guesses. I said I did something that I've never done. Okay? I said I did something that I've never done. I'll give another hint if there's a few more misses. Let's go to Jeffrey. I'm sorry. Hey, there he is, Jeffrey in Huntington Beach. Hey, Jeffrey, you know the lie of the day?
Well, I don't think so now, but I was thinking the Jeremy Lin story.
No, that Jeremy Lin story is true. All right, here's another hint. This involves, in a roundabout way, music. Okay? In a roundabout way, music. Jube on line 3. Hey, Jube, you're on ESPN LA. What's the lie of the day?
I think I've called enough times to not be called Jube.
What is your name?
Job.
That's how you spell it, though.
Wait a minute. No, Job is J-O-B, Laura. Why did you write 2 O's?
Oh, my bad. That's on me then.
Sorry, Job. Now I hope you win. What's the lie of the day?
Was it that your neighbor with the music that he had the airline?
No.
Wheels Up?
No. Wheels
Guitar
Up.
player?
Although one of my mom's friends just texted me, hey, John, do your homework. Wheels Up's about to go under. Take net jets. I haven't heard that. The Wheels Up's going. Okay, let's go to Gerardo. Gerardo, what's the lie of the day?
About singing Sweet Caroline in a karaoke.
Boom!
Oh!
I've never sang Sweet Caroline. I just made it up. Way to go, Gerardo. Okay, Laura, he's on line 4. We're going to get you a $50 gift certificate to Riggerer.com, and you're eligible to win the Austin Reeves shoes on Friday.
He's called every day. And
Gerardo has?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So he finally got it.
Yeah, good. I'm happy for him. Okay, so he is the winner. Coming up next, Ramona Shelburne's Game of Games. Now, we found in the past that Momo's games are either really good or really bad, not ever in between.
Okay.
So which one do you think it's going to be
I think
today?
it's pretty good.
Okay.
This is a good one.
Laura, what did you want me to read here?
ZipRecruiter.
Okay, so...
and Gerardo called back because he dropped.
Oh, Gerardo Needs to call back? Okay, yeah, Gerardo, just call back. We'll get you taken care of. All right, so Ian Siegel is the guy who invented ZipRecruiter. I know Ian a little bit, and he puts it simply. They don't leave anything to chance. If you're hiring, if you're in a position where you need to hire people, you got to use ZipRecruiter, and right now we've got a deal where you can use it for free. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Here's how it works. ZipRecruiter is an algorithm. They use powerful matching technology to quickly find and send you the most qualified people for your roles. So you put your job on ZipRecruiter, and almost instantaneously, they'll send you a list of qualified candidates to quickly fill that spot. How quick? 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. 1. So speed up your hiring process with ZipRecruiter. Go to that exclusive web address to try it for free. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Momo's Game of Games is next, ESPN LA.
I'm Doug Hopkins.
And I'm Damon Lyons.
And we want to buy your house.
With over 30 years in the business and more than 20,000 real estate transactions, Seller's Advantage offers a much better buying experience.
We don't charge agent fees, you pay no commissions, and you make no repairs. Seller's Advantage will show you a no obligation as-is cash offer and can close in just a few days.
Just check out our Google reviews and see for yourself.
Call Seller's Advantage today or visit sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Well, yeah, I mean, I would say that I probably glaze Tom Brady a little bit.
You definitely do.
Okay. Well, here.
There's nothing wrong with it, but you do.
The act of sucking up to someone, glazing, the act of sucking up to someone. Okay, but, okay, I accept that I glaze Tom Brady. Do you guys accept that you guys both glaze LeBron?
I don't.
Come on.
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
Don't miss the historic showdown on April 5th as the USA Women's National Team takes on Brazil at SoFi Stadium. Celebrate the first ever women's sporting event at SoFi Stadium and experience the excitement of world-class soccer. Bring your friends, bring your family, and witness an unforgettable match. Tickets start as low as $58. But don't wait. Secure your seats now at Ticketmaster.com or visit SoFiStadium.com for more info. Join us and be a part of history.
Listen all this week to Sedano and Cap for the LA Afternoon Drive for your chance to win a pair of tickets to SoFi Stadium for this Saturday and the U.S. Women's National Team taking on Brazil, a rematch of the women's gold medal soccer match. Get your tickets at Ticketmaster or go to SoFiStadium.com for more information. Sedano and Cap have your tickets to win this week from 3 to 6 on 710 ESPN LA.
Hey, it's producer Lindsay, and you know I'm a huge wrestling fan. Join Cappy, O'Shea Jackson Jr., and me to watch Monday Night Raw on April 7th at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's premier card room. We'll have ticket giveaways and a grand prize of 2 tickets to the Ultimate Wrestling event on April 19th in Las Vegas. Your attendance is your raffle entry. Plus, get a bonus entry when you RSVP at ESPNLA.com. But you must be present to win. See you Monday, April 7th at Hollywood Park Casino. Visit ESPNLA.com for details.
Don't navigate the legal system alone. Hey, it's Travis. At the personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand, they will fight tirelessly to get you the max compensation you deserve. Joe and his team understand the emotional and financial toll that an injury can take on you and your life. Call 213-747-2000 or visit normandlegal.com. The law offices of Joseph S. Normand have helped thousands of people like you recover millions of dollars in settlements and verdicts. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. Your recovery is their priority.
710 ESPN.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in LA, Mason and Ireland. Game of Games. Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com.
Call Jacob.
Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle.
Call Jacob.
Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, no Mace today. Momo in for Mason, but we do have Game of Games, and it's Ramona's game. 4 players. Brian Cohen, Laura Romo, John Ireland, and we welcome back to the show Greg Bergman.
Hello
By
again.
the way, I haven't talked to you about this.
Hello
Can you
again.
believe Mason won 2 months in a row?
That's crazy.
Is he cheating?
He has to.
He is
be.
not.
There's
I
got to
think
be
it's because
some.
you're gone a lot during these months.
Yeah, but still, Greg and I beat him like a drum for 4 years.
I think it's because I haven't been here.
Yeah,
to
probably.
push you. I think it's to push
Maybe,
you.
I don't know. Laura, what are the standings right now?
Brian 2 and Pepe 1.
That's it. All right,
That's
Brian,
it?
you're the
Wow.
man to beat.
Come on.
Momo, your game, what do we got?
It's literally April 3rd today,
Yeah.
right? So, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, we-
Pepe won.
We started
Okay.
a day early. Go
All
ahead.
right, so I was inspired by that Denver-Minnesota game last night and by Steph Curry's performance in Memphis. And so I have a little NBA game where there's questions about Nikola Jokic and Steph Curry. Some involve both of them. Some are just one of them. You'll see. It's all
Okay.
multiple choice.
So
okay?
leans towards Ireland.
Maybe.
Probably. Yeah,
Maybe.
you should win this, John.
We'll see.
But I think I wrote it in such a way everybody can just wildly guess. And maybe
Perfect.
win. Okay. Tuesday was highlighted by all-time performances by Steph Curry and Nikola Jokic. It's the first day where multiple players recorded a 50-point double-double since February 13th, 1963.
Wow.
Only the 7th time in NBA history. It is also the first not involving Wilt Chamberlain. Okay?
Okay.
There were the previous 6 days all involved players in the Hall of Fame. Which of these players also accomplished the feat? So basically, it's one of these guys and Wilt did it on a day
Got
in the
it.
60s, okay?
Got it.
Got it.
Okay, is it A, Richie Guerin, B, Pete Maravich, or C, Bill Walton? John, you're first.
I'll go Richie Guerin's.
Okay.
And why else would you put that name in
That's
there?
my thinking.
But I'm going to go Maravich.
Okay. Laura?
I'm going to go with John.
Okay, and Brian?
Walton.
It is Richie Guerin.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
so
the
Do
only-
you
I
even know who
should've-
that
I should
is?
have gone.
No.
No
I
idea.
don't
Big,
either.
I think I put an S on his name for no
Yeah,
reason.
yeah.
That's why I said what John said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, number
Okay.
2.
All right, both Jokic and Curry are very active with their families in the offseason. What activity do they both like to do? Is it A, golf, B, river rafting, or C, table tennis? This is to Greg.
Who are the people involved?
Jokic and Curry.
Okay.
Okay?
I know Curry really likes to golf. I can't see. I'm going to say table tennis.
Okay. Round to Laura.
Table tennis.
Brian
Table tennis.
and John.
It's unanimous. I don't see Jokic golfing. I'll go table tennis.
It is river rafting.
Whoa.
Really?
Really?
Yes.
Wow, we all missed it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's dangerous for NBA players to be
Yeah.
doing
Yes,
something like
don't
that.
they do
I
that?
know. Well, there's photos of both of them doing it, you know.
Okay.
Jokic was
is
so unheralded as a second-round draft pick. He was famously drafted during a commercial for which fast food restaurant? Is it A, Carl's Jr., B, Taco Bell, C, McDonald's? This one is to Laura.
Taco Bell.
Okay, Brian?
Taco Bell.
John?
Unanimous. Taco Bell.
Yeah, Taco Bell.
It's Taco Bell. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you all know
On
that?
the
or
board.
Just,
Yeah.
Laura
You know.
just say that so definitively she persuaded you.
I know we all know
Laura
that.
and John 2, Brian and Greg 1.
Okay. Curry and Jokic both enjoy playing tennis and have celebrity events from time to time. Which professional did Curry team up with at an event in 2019? A, Roger Federer, B, Novak Djokovic, or C, Serena Williams? And this one is to Brian.
Serena.
Okay, John?
I know they know each other.
Federer, Djokovic, or Serena?
I'm going to go Djokovic.
Okay, Greg?
That sounds like. I'm going to go with Brian, though. I think Serena.
And Laura?
I'm going Ferrer.
You should have gone with Brian. It is Serena.
Wow. Okay, so Greg got it and Brian got it, right?
Yep.
Okay,
Brian's
which
leading.
means, no, everybody's got 2.
Two.
Go.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Crazy.
Both Steph Curry and Joker have brothers who played in college or the NBA. Which of these names is one of Jokic's brothers? Okay.
Oh, boy. I don't
Okay.
know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, boy is right.
Okay. Nemanja, Peja, or Dejan? This one is to John again.
Nemanja.
Okay.
Yeah, Nemanja.
Laura
Sure that.
and
Kind of
Brian.
like a Dejan.
It is Nemanja.
Yeah.
So everybody but Brian.
Nice
Yeah, I
try.
figured it wouldn't be Peja. There's
No, it
enough
wouldn't,
Pejas.
yeah.
You're
A
like,
lot of
hey, let's
Pejas.
just go with the Peja.
Well,
I
and
just had to
didn't
make
one
up
of them-
Serbian names.
Didn't one of them threaten to beat up the
That's
Morris
Nemanja.
twins? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Who was Steph Curry's favorite player growing up? A, his dad, B, Michael Jordan, or C, Muggsy Bogues? This one is to Greg.
Wait, it was Curry,
Curry's favorite player
Yeah, his
growing up.
dad.
His dad, Michael Jordan, or Muggsy Bogues?
Bogues.
Okay. Laura?
I think I did that wrong.
You said that so right, but I'm going to go with his dad.
Yeah.
Okay. Brian?
Michael Jordan.
John?
I'm going to go with Greg. I think it's Muggsy Bogues.
Ding, ding, ding.
Oh, yeah.
Muggsy Bogues.
I I fooled you,
Way
Laura.
to go!
You did
Actually,
fool
I
me.
didn't.
You did fool
I
me.
fully believed I was wrong.
Okay. Who gave Jokic his nickname? Is it A, Mike Miller, B, Shaq, or C, Denver Post columnist Mark Kisla? This one is around to Laura. His nickname is Joker.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I knew the nickname.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
just saying.
I don't know. I'm going to go Shaq.
Okay. Brian?
Denver Post.
Okay. John?
I'm with Brian. Mark Kisla.
Yeah, I'm going
And-
with the Denver Post because why else would we put there?
It's Mike Miller.
Oh, we all
Mike
missed
Miller,
it.
former teammate.
We all missed it. Idiots.
See, I went against it the last.
It's a very
All right,
good.
the score is Greg 4, John 4, Laura 3, Brian 2.
Okay.
Oh, Brian, come on, man.
All right. Who gave Steph Curry his Chef Curry nickname? Is it A, Stephen A. Smith, B, Drake, or C, Draymond Green? This one is to...
I think Brian.
Brian.
Drake.
Okay. John?
Why would you put Drake in there if it wasn't him? I'll do Drake.
Okay. Greg?
I kind of feel like
Stephen A., Drake, or
I'm gonna stick
Draymond?
with Drake right now just to stay on the same page as I am.
Okay. And back around to Laura.
I will do something different, even though I probably should go with the crowd. And I'm going to say Stephen A. Why not?
You're right, John. It's Drake.
Yeah. Why else would you put it in
He was
there?
in a song. It was like in a Drake song.
All right, so Greg, you got that,
Yes,
right?
I did, and so did Brian.
Everybody but me.
All right,
Okay.
Greg 5, John 5,
I
Brian
have
3,
left.
Laura 3.
3 left. Okay.
Okay, so
What
we
is
have to go.
What is Nikola Jokic's favorite movie? Is it A, Argo, B, Batman, or C, Gladiator? And this one is
One of us.
Yes.
All right, Greg, you go this first. I'll go first on the next one.
I will go with Argo.
Okay.
I'm going to go Gladiator.
All right. Laura
Gladiator.
and Brian
Batman.
is Gladiator.
Gotcha, Greg. Okay.
I mean,
anybody else?
Argo is just
Laura, you
weird
did
to put
Gladiator
in.
too.
I know. That's why I put it in.
I got it.
Joker, Batman. Come on.
All right, so I have 6, and there are 2 left.
2 left.
Brian, you're out.
Damn.
Good, because you had the lead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is higher? Jokic's career high in 3-pointers made in a game, or Steph Curry's career high in rebounds? Which is
Oh.
higher? Jokic's career high in 3-pointers made, or Steph Curry's career high in rebounds?
I'm going to go Steph Curry career high in rebounds.
Okay.
Greg.
See, I agree, and I can still go that way, so I'm going to go with that
Okay.
one.
I have to go opposite, so because they went
Yeah.
that way. So I'm going with
It is Steph Curry rebounds. with
Okay.
14.
And I'm out.
14
Yeah.
rebounds.
Much higher than you would have thought.
Yeah, I was like
Yeah.
8.
Ireland and Greg together.
Yep.
Whoop-de-woo.
What else is new? All right, I have to go first.
I have to go opposite.
Yeah.
Okay. I think this is a very good last question.
Good.
I do have a tiebreaker as well.
Good.
Who gave Curry his baby-faced assassin nickname? Is it A, Kobe Bryant, B, Steve Kerr, or C, Bill Simmons?
I have my guess, but I'm going to see what you do.
Oh, I don't know. I'm going to go Kobe.
The answer's always Kobe, but I'm going to go Bill Simmons.
The answer's always
It's
Kobe.
always Kobe. I knew it was always Kobe.
I thought Greg,
for
I
sure
narrowed
gonna
it
be
down to
Kobe.
those 2.
Yeah.
The answer is
Yeah.
always Kobe.
It wasn't going to be Kerr. There was no chance. No chance.
But Bill Simmons was a very good choice there.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was good.
Yeah.
Hey, let's do the
You want the
tiebreaker just for
tiebreaker?
fun. Yeah.
All right. Who has the most career assists? Is it Steph Curry or Nikola Jokic?
No,
Most-
we need a
Oh,
number.
okay.
So how many do you have?
All
Do
right.
you know how many they have?
Yeah, I have it in front of me.
Can you
Okay,
add them together?
Or just pick one of them.
No, just pick one. How many career assists does Curry have?
Wow.
Career assists.
I have no
God,
idea.
what does he play about 16 years?
I'm gonna.
Let's say 9,230.
Okay, John?
I wrote down 3888.
I have to do some math to figure out who's close. It's 6501.
No way! I write 65 straight out.
Hey,
65.
show it to the camera. It's right there.
Laura,
So,
victory.
yeah, 'cause everybody gets to guess that.
Okay.
Brian, what did you have?
6501.
2000.
No, I had
2000.
6500.
Wow,
Nice.
Laura,
Laura.
you would have won both showcases.
I know.
That was perfect.
Damn. That was pretty good, right?
Yeah, no, that game was
All right.
not bad at all.
Okay.
Well
By the
done.
way,
Well
those games last night, you guys, were insane.
Yes.
Curry, so think about this. Do you guys know what the NBA record is for three-pointers in a game?
Isn't it 13 by Clay?
It's 14
Oh,
by Clay.
Okay.
Steph had 9 at halftime. And so I thought, Clay's record's going
Gone.
down.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. Steph is playing. He's 37 years old. He's playing like he's 25.
Is that because of Butler? Like something with him and Butler
They're
and
18,
Draymond?
They're 18-2 since Jimmy Butler got there, which is why this game tomorrow night is so interesting.
Yeah.
The Lakers have the third best home record in the NBA, behind only the Cavs and the Thunder. But the Warriors actually have a winning record on the road. So if this was the first round series, the Lakers need to get home court.
Yeah.
Oh, big time.
Because the Lakers are a bad road team, but a really good home team. And I think this, I think the Lakers are winning tomorrow, but I wouldn't be shocked if the Warriors won that game.
Do you know if Jonathan Kuminga or Trace Jackson Davis are playing?
I know that Trace Jackson Davis is available.
He didn't play last night.
Right. Raymond Ritter sent me a note today that he thinks Kuminga could play. The one
Of
who
course he
won't-
does against the Lakers.
The one who won't is Gary Payton.
By the way, can we just say this? Raymond Ritter sent me a note tonight at 3:59 a.m.
Yeah, they were flying.
He says, "Hi, hope you're well, friend. We're looking forward to our second and final visit from the regular season. Okay, we're scheduled to arrive in Southern California today around 1. Following our flight from San Francisco." Oh, wait, maybe this is from before. Okay, wait, hold on. There was
very
another one, though. No, there was another one. It was amazing. They literally, landed from Memphis. He got in at 2:30, and he's sending emails at 3:59
I have
a.m.
often said.
So does John every morning.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I have often said.
Oh, here it is, yeah.
That if I became a billionaire and bought a sports team, that's my first hire.
First hire.
I hire Raymond Ritter the first 5 minutes a day.
Look at
He is the most-
3:49 a.m.
Yeah, he is the most proactive sports PR person I've ever met. Everybody in the league loves working with him.
Yes.
His staff is all like him, and he's the absolute gold standard.
Yep.
He's so good. And it's not taking away anything from anybody, but the Lakers and the Clippers both have great PR people.
Yeah.
But Raymond Ritter's on another level, man. That guy takes care of more people every year than anyone who's ever been the sports PR guy for a team. You know, he just gets it.
Yeah, I mean, this is Thursday's
And
game.
that's a
is
perfect marriage of a team that came into its
Yes.
own when Ray was the PR guy, and it was
perfect.
That's why. When have you ever read anything bad about the Warriors unless it's about Draymond?
And also,
Draymond can't get out of his own way.
Well,
It's his fault.
There were actual scandals during that run too, like the Kevin Durant burner account. That was a
Right.
good one.
Yeah, but
you know,
that's not much of a
Draymond with the
scandal.
punch, like
Okay, Draymond with the punch. Draymond doing something.
Draymond, but there were things like
they
throughout
got
that, and
through all of it.
I mean, that Kevin Durant burner account was a story. That
Okay.
was a heck. That
It was
wasn't just a
amazing.
funny story. He said some things about his teammates.
And he said some stuff about him.
Yeah, yeah.
Here is, the interesting thing about tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Is that I could make an argument for Mason has a saying, you can spin numbers to make any point in the world. You just got to get the right set of numbers.
Yeah.
So, like I said, the Lakers are an elite home team, third best in the NBA, play really well at crypto. The Warriors' current starting lineup, okay, which is Jimmy Butler, Steph Curry, Moses Moody, Draymond Green, and Brandon Pajemski. Those 5 guys have started 12 games this year. They're 12-0.
Yeah.
Nobody can beat that group. And tomorrow night, they're coming in here with that lineup. That's what makes it so good. We have LeBron. We have 2 guys coming off their best game of the season in Dorian Finney-Smith and Gabe. And here comes the real thing. Here comes a starting lineup that's 12-0, a team that's 18-2 since they traded for Jimmy Butler, with a Hall of Fame player and a Hall of Fame coach. And I can't wait to go to this game tomorrow night.
Do you think that JJ is going to shorten his bench again? And he's not I see Dalton Connect's not getting any playing time.
Probably not.
Jared Vanderbilt is not getting a lot
He
of
might
playing
tomorrow.
time either. But tomorrow would be a
He
good
could,
night for
yeah,
him,
that's
right?
because they need
Warriors
guys like him.
specialize in ball movement. They're constantly whipping the ball around the perimeter. And what Butler has done for them, here's an interesting stat. Before the Butler trade, Golden State was 29th out of 30 teams in free throws attempted. Okay? Since Jimmy's been there, they're 4th. They went from 29 to 4 in free throws attempted. So that's how they're keeping these games close. Jimmy and Steph are great at getting to the line. They're good at drawing fouls, and they're going to use that to stay in the game tomorrow night. I think either team could win. I'm picking the Lakers because the Lakers have beat the Warriors all 3 times this year. but that was before Butler and before Luka. So you can't even figure those games into your analysis.
Right, and they both kind of don't have a strong backline. They don't have great post play, right? They have. It's a strange matchup. Like usually the Lakers,
they don't even start a center anymore. They were starting for a while. They were starting Quentin Post or Kevon Looney, and they just gave up.
Yeah,
Draymond's their starting center now, and they play positionless.
Yeah,
and I'll say this again about Steph. He's 37 years old. He's playing the best basketball of his career, and this is a guy who's won the MVP twice. I mean, it's going to be a great game. And by the way, all these reasons or why I want Lakers-Warriors in the first round. I know that the Lakers wouldn't necessarily have the best chance to win that series. Like if they played Memphis, they would probably have a much better chance to win.
Memphis. It's totally different.
I don't care. I want the series. I want the star power.
Yeah.
I want an hour flight. I want 7 straight sellouts. I think that series would go 6 or 7. And I think it would be incredibly fun for fans of both teams. And LeBron and Steph, if you watch the Olympics, if you watch that Netflix Olympics special,
that was awesome.
You'll realize how much LeBron and Steph appreciate each other and respect each other. And Steve Kerr was the coach of that team. I think tomorrow night's going to be prime sports theater in L.A.
Yeah.
And we haven't mentioned yet, let me get this in before we go to Supercross talk. Lionel Messi's playing tonight at BMO.
Yeah. They were all walking around LA Live before.
And the Shohei Ohtani bobblehead is tonight at Dodger Stadium.
Yeah, that place was already lined up like 3-4 hours ago.
Oh.
It's 5:30 game, by the way. If you want to watch it, 5:30 game tonight. It's not a 7 o'clock game. It's a 5:30.
Oh my God, my drive home is going to be terrible.
You know why?
I have no idea. Maybe it's a getaway because they're going to Philadelphia.
That makes sense. Oh, I bet it's on, like, what TV is it on?
I think it's
it might be
MLB Network.
Or it could be on Apple. Apple does a game.
That's Fridays, though. So it's probably an MLB Network game. But 5:30 tonight if you want to watch that game.
Oh, that traffic is going to be brutal.
Awful. Awful.
All right, coming up next, Supercross. I can see Andy Kamenetsky. You're in for Sedano, right? All right, so it'll be Andy.
Sedano's might be there.
1 hour. Sedano's 1 hour today.
It'll be Andy and Cap coming up next. Supercross Talk, ESPN LA.
The most followed sports radio station in America.
710 ESPN.
At ESPN Los Angeles on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch.
LA's mega sports station.
710 ESPN.
Ticket Thursday on ESPN LA. We're giving you a chance to experience all the wonder of SeaWorld San Diego on us. From up-close encounters with orcas and dolphins to the all-new Jewels of the Sea exhibit featuring awe-inspiring jellyfish. There's more to explore than ever before. Plus, set sail on a flavorful journey at the Seven Seas Food Festival. Tune in this Thursday for your cue to call and win a family 4-pack of tickets to SeaWorld San Diego. SeaWorld San Diego. Open your world to something amazing.
50 years at full speed. It's going to be an epic celebration at the 50th anniversary Acura Grand Prix of Long Beach this April 11th through the 13th. It starts with the always exciting lineup: Indy cars, IMSA sports cars, Robbie Gordon's high-flying trucks, and drifting, along with the first ever historic Formula Exhibition event featuring all 3 eras of racing at the Grand Prix: Formula 5000, Formula 1, and Indy cars, all on track at the same time. A very special sight and sound for everyone to experience. Plus the huge Lifestyle Expo, Family Fun Zone, Mother's Exotic Car Paddock, and 2 exciting concerts. DJ duo Dubs on Friday night, presented by Acura, and Rock and Roll Hall of Fame band Foreigner on Saturday night, presented by Cuervo Tequila. Fun for the whole family. April 11th through the 13th. Tickets and more information at gplb.com. Come and join the celebration.
Laker fans, game day just got better. Meet your new go-to snack, BB-Go, the official game day snack of the Lakers. When it's time to cheer your team on, fuel up with something delicious. With BB-Go, you get mouth-watering Korean snacks and meals in minutes. Whether you're hosting a watch party or relaxing solo, BB-Go makes it easy to enjoy authentic, bold flavors without any effort. Keep your freezer stocked with BB-Go's delicious range, like their mandu, the largest, juiciest dumplings you'll find anywhere. Full of savory fillings and crispy on the outside, they're perfect for game time. And remember, BB-Go just isn't about great snacks. It's about a whole new level of flavor. It's minimum effort, maximum taste, every time. Find BB-Go in the freezer aisle of all major grocery stores. Grab your BB-Go, get ready for the game, and make every day delicious. BB-Go, making the whole world more delicious, one bite at a time.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason in Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk, presented by Coors Light. Coors Light, made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
It is time for Super Crosstalk. George Sedano, Scott Kaplan, and Andy Kamenitsky today since Sedano's working the OKC game. How are you, boys?
Doing well.
That was a very unenthusiastic love boat.
I mean, if I don't get the proper
Okay, hold on. Ready? You want to do it again?
Yeah, let's do it again.
Start the whole thing.
Ready?
over.
Start again.
Well, go ahead. I never woo.
Oh.
Yeah. All right. That was much more enthusiastic.
The other one was like failure of the
Sedano, are
launch.
you at the arena or are you at the hotel?
I'm at the hotel because, as you know, every hotel is literally walking distance from the arena. Here.
I'm gonna. It's funny. If you can throw me a few chocolates on the pillow, I'm gonna be there on Saturday.
There you go.
And I'm assuming you're staying at the same place I was staying at.
Yeah, we stay at the same hotel you guys stay and the team stay because I've been running into Pistons all last 2 days, all the guys basically.
Right. So did anybody watch Minnesota-Denver last night on TNT?
Oh yeah.
Well, I certainly watched the last 12 seconds.
I thought that was the best. I thought that was the best NBA game of the season, hands down.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Yes, it was pretty awesome.
Absolutely insane. Nikola Jokic.
Oh my God.
Had a 61-point triple-double.
And lost.
And his team lost.
Mm-hmm.
There was a quote from Anthony Edwards on this, and it was, let me read it. It's from John K. I don't know how to say his last name. And the guy who covers the Timberwolves for the Athletic.
Krasinski.
Yeah. Oh, you said it really well. Okay.
Well, Kamenetsky, of course, would be able to say Krasinski.
He's a friend of Lakers talk. He's been on with him.
He basically said, like Jokic is the greatest player I've ever seen except for myself. So here he goes. I told him, bro, he's incredible. That dude is absolutely ridiculous. He's shooting turnarounds off the wrong foot, fading to his right. He's doing all types of crazy stuff out there. I don't even know how to explain it.
Yeah. Well, so here's
the
weird.
rest of it. That might have been the best game of my life that I've been a part of. Nikola Jokic, my God, he might be the best basketball player I've ever seen close up. Besides myself, to myself, he's incredible.
So that's the second time a player has said that in the last week, that it was the best game I've ever been involved with. Kevin Herter, after Josh Giddey made that circus shot, goes, I've never been in a game like that.
Yeah.
My whole life. That's the craziest end to a game I've ever seen. Sedano, am I being contradictory if I say Jokic is the best player in the NBA, but Shea's going to win MVP?
No, that's how I view it. I'm going to vote for Shea for MVP, and I'm voting Jokic too. And by the way, if anyone votes for anyone else, one or two, they should have their voting rights revoked because this is a two-person race. But yeah, no, I think that's absolutely the way you classify.
Momo, do you have an MVP vote?
I do.
Have you decided
yet? I'm probably voting for Shea, but I last night got me thinking again, man. I was like, how are we not? This guy's amazing.
Well, Shea's team is more successful and convincingly so.
And
so that's why if I had a vote, I'd vote for Shea.
I usually do that. I usually do best player, best team. Not as the only thing you do, but when it's close, that's what you lean towards was team success. But I just think Jokic might be in another category.
Momo, what else do you have? What else do you have voting rights for?
Everything.
So like
all the things.
Well, tell me what are the things?
Suffrage, baby. She can vote on whatever she wants.
Yeah, let me hear what all the things you vote on.
All right, so I'll give you some more.
What isn't it narrative-based voting? Isn't that what you got aggregated for that one year?
All right,
you've seen my mentions. I almost got that out of my mentions. Don't bring that up ever again.
Okay. You mentioned that you have a vote for Defensive Player of the Year.
I'm torn.
Okay, explain.
Oh, Lou Dort is
no,
the guy.
No,
That's
no.
who I was going to vote for.
Anybody explain to me how in the world Dyson Daniels doesn't win that unanimously?
Because his team's not a good defensive team.
I'll make the case for you because
All right.
I've already made this case a million times over,
Okay.
John. If you go back, and now this takes work, okay? If you go back and look at the guys Lou Dort guards in games, they shoot a ridiculous less percentage of volume in the game, let alone he's a top 10 defender as far as like percentage against him, but the guys legitimately tap out against him.
He's like
they
a
don't
shutdown
shoot-
corner. He's the
right.
equivalent
They
of a
don't
shutdown
throw his
corner
way.
in the
Yes,
NBA.
exactly.
Also,
yeah.
literally, people leave there with bruises and beat up and just he's like a linebacker out there.
He's the guy. I'm voting for him for sure.
I think it's either Dort, Draymond, or Evan Mobley.
No way. I would. Oh no. Yeah. No.
But
I'm saying I would vote
Evan's kind
Draymond
of-
in my top three.
I think
would
it's either
not.
Dort or Draymond for me because
really.
Yeah, I think just the way they've played with him as the center and as many players as he can guard is pretty incredible.
Dyson Daniels leads the NBA in steals,
Yes.
deflections, and forced turnovers. What else can he do?
Be a part of a better defense. I mean, that,
correct.
Honestly, that's the biggest thing. His defense stinks.
And by the way,
that's the way this stuff always works. I mean, like nobody ever wins Defensive Player of the Year as part of a
Here's
terrible
the thing.
defense.
It's usually a big man. Almost very rarely you'll see a Marcus Smart win or a Tony Allen.
Ron
But
Artest.
Ron Artest. But mostly it's a big man. It's like Gobert because all the defensive stats favor big men, like the blocks and the defending.
The counting stats.
Yeah, the counting stats. I would say, though, I think Evan Mobley had a really good case, but he hasn't closed strong. You know, like he had a couple individual matchups in the last, month or so that he's gotten beat pretty bad. Like Zubac took it to him.
Zubac is by the way, he's not going to win.
He's a
but
fringy All-NBA player.
He should get some votes. Zubac, he's had a
Here's
great
the thing.
season, but
I agree with you, but let's look at the other centers, and it's not position.
Tell me if this impresses any of you. Okay. Daniels has 194 steals. The next closest person has 117.
No, I get it, but steals are also gambling, John. Like, it's not just on ball. He's great as an on ball defender. Don't get me wrong, but he's not as good as Dort in those categories either. He's just better at stealing the ball and anticipating.
Well, and this may be more to your point, but he has 382 deflections, and so 382.
Yeah.
The next closest person, 248.
Oh, wow. I get it. He's in he should be in the top 5 in everybody. Like,
so he'll be first team. He'll be first team all defense for sure.
For sure. But here's the thing: if you don't give it to Dort now on the best defense, he's the best defender on the best defense.
Yep.
Okay. And if you ask guys, like I talked to Ty Lue a long time ago now, like months ago, and I asked him because we were talking about his guy. Who's the kid that was playing it? He was drafted by Chicago. Dunn.
Yeah.
Chris Dunn. We were talking about him, and he said the only other guy that I think may be better than him, or at least is on par with him in regards to just how he gets into people, is Dort. And I'm telling you, you talk to guys around the league, the Dortcher chamber is a real thing. Like that is
Dortcher chamber.
Yeah, the Dortcher
And
chamber
by
is
the
a
way,
real thing.
they
And
already
here's what I would say.
already
One
have
more
the
thing.
best offensive guard playing with him.
Yeah, and here's what I would also add, Ramona, and John, and everybody, and Andy, and Cappy, you too. Is that Wemby's going to win this award for the next 10 years?
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so let's do something else.
Okay.
Coach of the year to me is hard.
I think it's really hard.
I said Kenny Atkinson for 6 months. Now I'm starting to think JB Bickerstaff.
JB.
George, you'd vote for Bickerstaff?
I would, John. They tripled their win total from last year. Kenny Atkinson took over a team that was already in the second round of the playoffs.
Plus, with Bickerstaff too, it's not just the turnaround with the wins; it's the cultural shift. I mean, it's very similar to what's gone on with Campbell and the Lions in Detroit. Like the Pistons have been a joke for so long. He's played a major role in turning that around.
Is Ime Udoka in this conversation?
Yes.
He should get some votes.
He's really good.
Yes.
I think Ty Lue's in the conversation.
Yes.
Ty should get some votes.
Oh, please.
So, come on.
What
the
do you mean,
Clippers,
oh, please?
They lost Paul George and revamped around a bunch of role players.
Kawhi hasn't played.
I'm so sick of the Clippers
until
getting
recently.
awards in
I
years where they don't win anything.
He's done a good job, though.
Please.
He's a great
over
coach,
over there.
man.
He is a great coach.
So I have a question. So let me just go back to where this started. So Ramona, you vote for all of this stuff, right? And George, you now vote for all of this stuff?
Yeah, I was just added this year, despite me not wanting to do it.
Okay, well, that's what I wanted to dig in on.
It sucks. It's not a fun thing for us.
Well, right, because, George, in years past, as I recall, haven't you said that you didn't want to vote on certain things?
I didn't want to because it could cost guys money. Yes.
Yeah, I
Well,
think
there's
that's
a lot
a
of
totally
reasons.
reasonable position.
I don't like that our votes are public either, because people go through and they take things personally, and then fans start. People go through, and I'm gonna vote the way I want to vote, but
Right.
a lot of it just causes you grief all over the place.
Okay,
Because you have to see all these players.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you turn down the right to vote?
You can, but I think
You
it's
can.
a responsibility that we should take
Right.
seriously, so I do it, even though there's really not a lot of upside. Like, all you do is just everyone hates you.
By
you
the
know?
way, George.
And by the way,
you.
Kathy,
You know,
I literally got asked recently,
Yeah.
and it was by someone at the league
Yes.
who's been around forever and is like near the top of the food chain. It was like, hey, we want to know if you'd like to vote, and I was like, all right, if this person's asking me, I'm going to say yes.
George, I think it would be a great bit if Scott Kaplan voted on these awards.
Oh my God!
Can you imagine? He would vote.
No,
for
you're
the
not
first
taking my
player.
ballot.
Yes,
Absolutely not.
yes.
No.
Better is
No
Sedano
way.
gives me his ballot.
No way.
George,
So
how
do you
about
know
one,
that
how about
hold
one
on.
category, Sedano? Give Cappy one category.
Do you know that? Do you remember that Dan Lebatard gave his father his Heisman vote? It was amazing.
Oh, that's great.
Right, but that's what I'm going for here.
All right.
And Cap, if I were you, I would insist on the MVP vote, because you'd be one of the few people who wouldn't vote for Jokic or Shea.
That's right.
You'd
That's
be
right.
No,
Cappy would
definitely
vote
not
for
then.
anyone who gave him free tickets.
No.
Okay.
Let me tell you who I'd vote for.
Okay,
Let
hear
me
it.
tell you who I'd vote for
Here we go.
Let's hear it.
MVP. You ready?
Yeah.
Austin Reeves.
Oh,
I love it.
Okay, and I'm going to throw you one better. You ready for this? You know who I'm voting for Coach of the Year?
Who?
JJ Redick.
I love it. Get
JJ
Cappy a
should get
vote.
consideration. JJ should get some consideration, but he won't win.
And you know who I'm voting for Defensive Player of the Year?
Who?
Jared Vanderbilt.
There's a
He doesn't
theme
have the
here.
minimum. He doesn't have the minimum games.
Well, you know what? Then I'm going to have to vote for somebody else, like LeBron.
Yeah. No.
LeBron
I
might
will
get
tell you this.
He might get some MVP
Cappy,
votes this year.
this is who you should